bloody good, Phil Hurton. Oh, Harry Prosser gets dropped! The excitement is building, the crowd is here.
Oh, why not, mate?
Well, g'day footy fans and welcome to Ray White, Tea Tree Gully Oval, Pertaringa. It's round 8 in the Adelaide Footy League Division 1 season. 0.3%, about 2 to 3 goals. That was the difference between these two sides when you compared the pair at the end of last season. Now 0.3% is a tiny gap, but it was enough to see one team playing finals and the other just watching them. Well, today they meet again, once again straddling the top 5 with the same record, once again separated by just percentage. In such a tight tussle, this is a huge one to win. Always victorious are Filming Footy sponsors, Archie's Footwear, Belgravia Apparel New Balance, Neomorph Mouthguards, Hahn and Sportal, Wakefield Sport Exercise Clinic, Farmers Leap Winery, Police Credit Union, Dartfish and the Moseley Bar and Kitchen. Coming up, it's Tea Tree Gully hosting Broadview. The winner will be in the 5 tonight. Thanks to Filming Footy, this is the Adelaide Footy League. Welcome back. Cool, overcast, but so far dry conditions here up at Pertaringa, the Ray White Tea Tree Gully Oval for the Gullies and Broadview. My name's Phil Hurton, joined on the stream team for the first time this year by Nathan Woods. Nathan, to a pretty evenly matched contest.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting game today. Both sides coming off disappointing losses last week. And back home today, Tea Tree Gully, they're going to be firing and really coming out and try and get a win here. Broadview obviously faded out last game against St Peter's, which was a bit of a surprise. So I'm sure Matty Burgess has got their boys fired up this week as well. So it's going to be a pretty intense start and looking forward to the game.
Looking at the Gullies, number 2 in attack. They score a lot of points, concede a bit, just struggling to win the close ones, and that's probably why they're at 3 and 4, not 4 and 3 or even higher.
Yeah, they play that sort of slingshot game where they go from one end to another pretty quickly. They've been around the mark. They've won some games by some good margins and then had a couple of games where they've lost by sort of 4 or 5 goals. But they've got some good midfielders. They've got the West up forward, who's a big target and he's a beautiful kick of the footy. So they'll be looking to get off to a good start at home and try and hold on for a win.
First time I've seen Broadview today this season, from what I've seen from afar. I've got no idea who the real Broadview is. They beat Payneham, looked pretty good. Last week a shock 10-goal loss to St Peter's. What's your take on the Tigers?
Yeah, well, I've seen them a few times this year, so as you said, they're a bit inconsistent. Last week they would have expected to win that game at home, and to be blown away by 10 goals was a surprise. Then they've had some good wins as well against good opposition, so they've had a bit of personnel out at times, but overall, their side's pretty good, and they've got some firepower up forward, Russell and Johnny Boris, so it's going to be interesting to see which Broadview come today to play.
Conditions, as mentioned, overcast. I don't think we're going to have rain, but there is mud on the oval, and of course this is not just with the wind, it's also with the slope. You win the toss, which way are you going?
maybe to the southern end, I think. It's a tricky one, but the cricket pitch looks to be a bit of mud around, so a bit of rain this week, which hadn't had any rain for a while. Most Saturdays have been beautiful conditions, 2021. Bit cooler today, bit of mud around, so it would be interesting to see which way they kick, but both sides will want to get off to a good start, that's for sure.
Yeah. Both teams disappointing last week. A spot in the 5 at stake, should be a great battle. We'll bring it to you after the break.
Get a quick and easy low-rate car loan from Police Credit Union today.
We've been housemates for, what, nearly 4 years?
Yep, basically since I started my uni degree and you got your apprenticeship.
Yeah, it's been really good. Like, it's the little things, you know? Like, one of us is always around to house it when the other goes on holiday. And one of us is always ready to help the other out of jam.
I don't know. Happen again. It's usually me. My HECS debt doesn't leave a lot of room for holidays or working transportation or food. But it's worth all the debt, right?
No.
But what about your debt?
Debt isn't a problem for me. I get paid to learn.
You belong in blue. Apply for a career with South Australia Police.
And welcome back, everybody. We're coming to you live from the Media Centre, our little broadcast van here for filming footy, bringing you the match of the day in Division 1. The Tea Tree Gully Gullies, or Wolves, as they like to be called, against the Broadview Tigers, two teams at 3 and 4. My name's Phil Herden. Nathan Woods joins me. Nathan, a good spot to watch what we hope will be a pretty good game of footy.
Yeah, definitely. Conditions are quite good, not too much breeze around, which is good, and two sides going to be very hungry after losses last week, so really looking forward to how this one's going to pan out.
And on the surface, a pretty even matchup, as we'll see when we have a look at the ladder here. Glenunga, well, after their close win over Sacred Heart last week, have broken open. Sacred Heart a bit of a gap, but then 3rd to 10th, just 2 wins between them.
Yeah, it was an interesting round last week, all 3 bottom sides having wins, so that's sort of really put them back in the picture. So it's a bit of a logjam now from probably 3rd down to 10th, only a couple of games in it. So today, as you said earlier, one of these teams is going to be in the 5, so it's a really important game. And looking forward to seeing how it all goes today.
Should probably put a tiny caveat on that. If Prince Alfred have a 100-point win, they might leapfrog. But I can't put that in the short intro, so I left it out. Tea Tree Gully, great to be up here. They're a huge club, 800 senior and junior players. Very historic club, back 162 years ago. But it was 2018, and I was there that day to see it when they won their first ever Division 1 flag. They almost instantly went back down to Div 2, but won the Div 2 flag in 2020. And in a bit of a weird COVID arrangement, managed to get back into Division 1 for 2021, where they've stayed ever since. Yeah,
they had some good wins last year, a bit inconsistent again, and it was always going to be interesting to see how they went this year, and they started pretty good. As I say, last week, disappointing loss down at Brighton, but it can be hard to play down South Road, but last week they could have gone to 4 and 3, they're 3 and 3. They could have gone to 4 and 2. So last week was a bit of a setback. They want to get back on track today. But yeah, they're good. is very good, and then there's sometimes, they've let teams score against them quite quickly. So
unpredictable, which means we don't exactly know what we're going to get today, which is fine. And there's their quite an interesting 2 premierships, finishing 5th and missing finals, sneaking into finals last year and getting hot right at the end. A couple of big wins at Sacred Heart and Port District. Let's have a look at how the Gullies line up today. And Nathan, I'd be interested in, as we actually see Broadview coming out. And first point, well done Broadview on wearing the class jumper. It is a class of sash, and I'm really glad they're not both wearing the traditional black with the respective red and gold sash.
Yeah, certainly it makes it a lot easier for us commentators. The white numbers on the back of the yellow can be a bit hard to pick out, but definitely easier to distinguish the two sides.
So Broadview not too far away. They do enter through a little race from the victorious B grade side. Broadview B's winning 11-11-77, the Gullies 9-9-63. Earlier today, Teacher Gully by 4 points in the C's. 7 goals, 8 to 6 goals, 10, so 2 close games. Here's Teacher Gully. What players catch your eye, Nathan?
They've got a couple of good ins this week. So Josh Spence is a good player. Normally does a lot of the kick-ins. Classy right foot player. Blake Penny, the ruckman, always a formidable force up around the ruck. Goes forward and back and takes a lot of good strong marks. James White's a good player. Left footer. I enjoy watching him play, a smooth mover. Tyler West up forward's been good this year, kicking 16 goals. He'll be a target up forward. And but Brady Latham as well. A little forward who's always exciting to watch and nippy around goals.
Yeah, they started a bit slowly, zipping 2 losses at Sacred Heart and Port District, both within 4 goals. 2 of the front runners, not too bad there. Beat Paynham, probably one of their best results. Lost to Glenunga, who hasn't. Beat St Peter's Prince Alfred, including a 50-point win at home here against Prince Alfred. Thought they were on their way, but last week a 1-point loss in a game, or any 1-point loss is always frustrating, including one where you only kick 1 goal in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. It just shows you, I think this competition's really even this year, and any team can sort of beat anyone on their day. So you've got to come week in, week out, prepared to play hard, and if you're a bit off your game, certainly anyone can beat anyone.
Yep, and certainly the case with Broadview as well, a club you would have seen the back of their jumpers. 1928 in the old North Adelaide District Football Association, moved to the Amateur League in 64, so that makes 60 years here in the Adelaide Footy League. Won an A-grade flag, had a huge presence in Division 1 through the 80s, 90s, 12 grand finals, 6 flags over that 31-year streak, then dropped in 2013 and spent, 10 years in purgatory in Div 2 before getting back up last year.
Yeah, great to see them back in Div 1. They've been a very historic club over the years, along with Tea Tree Gully. So, Matty Burgess has had the reins now for a while, and I think the boys have had a good win in winning the premiership in 2022, and last year, the first year back, consolidated, and now, looking forward to pushing to finals and having a crack in September.
And you can see last year 8-10, the exact same record as Tea Tree Gully, separated, as I mentioned in the intro, by 0.3%, which worked out to about 14-15 points over an 18-game season. That's less than a point a game. Every goal does count. So that's Broadview in recent years. Let's have a look at their lineup and who are some of the key players that you've seen in recent weeks.
Yeah, so in the midfield, Cooper O'Leary was good last week. Ethan Smith as well, he was very good. He was very lively around the ball. I've enjoyed watching Hamish Ralph and Benny Manning, 2 young fellas who are very athletic, move the ball well. Stephen Jackson, nice left footer as well. He's one to watch. And then up forward, obviously, Johnny Boris and Kobe Russell are 2 good players, good leading players, mark the ball well, and obviously in the ruck, Ang Yang as well. He missed a couple of weeks. He was back last week, and he'll be better for the run. So it'll be a good tussle between Ang Yang and Penny in the ruck.
Talked a little bit about Teacher Gully's loss at Brighton last week, a frustrating 1-point loss in a game that ebbed and flowed all day. Broadview and St Peter's was a little bit different. I mean, St Peter's would have been underdogs, and no one would have predicted them to win by 10 goals. When I watched a bit of the replay, Broadview actually dominated the first 10-15 minutes, didn't get reward for it, once St. Peter's got that breeze, they really made the most of it second and fourth quarters.
Yeah, certainly. The game swings in momentums, and you've got to take your chances when you have that sort of dominance for a period of the quarter. And early on, Broadies looked up and about. They moved the ball really well from one end to another, but just couldn't put it on the scoreboard. And then St. Peter's got their game going, kicked a couple, and were in front after about 20 minutes, which was surprising. And then, it was a bit of an arm wrestle. Saints sort of had the edge all game and looked the better side, and then in the last quarter they really put the foot down after Broadies had a chance to get within 3 goals, missed one early in the quarter, and then from then on it was all St. Peter's.
Their losses so far, Port Districts, Glenunga, Sacred Heart, well, they're the top 3 teams in the comp. Then St. Peter's last week was a bit of the shocker. And it's interesting how footy can sometimes be a one-week contest. Round 6, their best win of the season, defeating Payneham Norwood Union and getting to 3-3. We thought at home against St. Peter's, well, is a chance to have a winning record down by 10 goals. They start, this is the first of 3 games on the road for them. They cover every point of the compass. Tea Tree Gully, Brighton, Port District. Within the Adelaide Footy League. Interesting for Tea Tree Gully, it's their first of 3 home games. Broadview today, Golden Grove next week. What kind of game that's going to be, the 2 Northeastern Div 1 and Sacred Heart. Some other games that we've got coming this week. A lot of our top teams playing the bottom teams. Port District and Brighton. As much as Brighton would have been happy with a win last week, most of their wins have been at home. Not sure they're going to do that well on the road at Largs.
Yeah, well, it's interesting stat is that Port Districts haven't won at home yet this year, so they've won all 4 games away, lost 3 at home. So they'd certainly be looking to have a good win at Largs and give their home supporters something to be happy about.
Well, with much relief, our umpires have arrived. I was beginning to wonder for a little bit. Our umpires, the man with the ball is Dennis Jester. Andrew Crosby is the other umpire, well experienced in Sandford ranks. Greta Picaro and Anthony Bertoli are running the boundaries today. Philip Delvin and Roberto Lombardi are out there at the back of the pack with the flags to wave as the goal umpires. We wish the umpires all the best, that we may not mention them much for the rest of the afternoon. The other one, just having a quick look before we'll go back to other games in maybe after the coin toss, but I was just going to show the cricket pitch because it is of course a cricket ground. The Tea Tree Gully Bulls play here during the summer, and you'll note at the moment that we've actually got some mud, and if you have a little look, that's the top of your screen's the middle. There's no centre circle there. The centre circle is, you can see now where the umpires are, that is very much askew to the far side of the centre square. Like, you're going to have everybody on the edge of the centre square lined up there, and they'll basically be in the centre clearance within half a second.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully the play's not going to be played all over the other side there. A bit of mud around. We finally had a bit of rain this week, so it could be a bit slippery in there. But
didn't take long.
No, that's it. So, today's conditions have dried up nicely, so it's going to be a good game.
Okay, game due to start in 3 minutes. Haven't had the coin toss yet, as our umpires are warming up, so I suspect we'll be starting a little bit late, as is quite often the case. So just back to Port District and Brighton. Despite Port District's woes at home, you think this will be the one they'll get up? Yeah,
I think they'll win today. Brighton, obviously a good win last week. Still a bit undermanned, but Brett Backwell would be very happy to get their second win last year. So, you'd say Port Districts for me.
The game at Golden Grove, not too far from here. As you see, there's the Sheringham 9 News, great supporters of the Adelaide Footy League. There's your real grand view shot. Any lower than that, we'd need some fertiliser. Golden Grove hosting Sacred Heart. Hasn't been the easiest of starts for the Kookaburras in Div 2, and Sacred Heart with a astonishing defence, priming themselves nicely for a campaign in September.
Yeah, well, I saw Golden Grove against Glenunga a few weeks ago, and I thought they were pretty good. They could have snatched that one against the top side, so I was disappointed. I was surprised to see them lose so easily to PAC last week. I thought they might be getting on a bit of a roll, but I was tipping a little bit of an upset out there today. I think Golden Grove, they can be tough out there. It's a long way away from Sacred Heart, so as we go to the coin toss now.
Yep, so Captain Jaden Ryan for Broadview. The official shaking of hands. Now, who bought the coin? You bought the coin? No, you bought the coin? Oh, we got one. Thank goodness for that. And Broadview have one and they're kicking downhill, which it's interesting because, I mean, the breeze, you always take the breeze first up because you never know when it might change, but the slope will never change. And I've been wondering if you'd ever be tempted to take downhill in the final quarter when fatigue is kicking in.
Yeah, that is a good point, Phil. Yeah, they've just done the regular thing and gone down the hill first quarter. So, yeah, we'll see how that pans out.
I should add, there is a slight breeze going that way as well this afternoon when I went out there and did the Matty Lloyd with a few turfs of grass. So very quickly, Glenunga St. Peter's. How far, Glenunga?
Yeah, you'd think they'd win. Saints were good last week, but yeah, I'd say 5-6 goals Glenunga's way.
And Prince Alfred, Payneham Norwood Union. Probably the other even match. Prince Alfred, I mean, they are the reigning premiers, but they're 3-4. Falcons 4-3, who've had a year of ups and downs.
Yeah, definitely. They held on last week in a great win out Lugs Reserve, and PAC were impressive. They're harder to beat at Park 9, so you're a real close one. Maybe Payneham just.
Payneham just. And as teams break their huddle and get ready to take their positions, a prediction for this and a reason.
Yeah, just the home ground advantage, I think. Tea Tree Gully for me. As you said, the form's probably slightly better than Broadies, but I reckon it's going to be a really close game and maybe Gully's just to get over the line.
Well, there have been two unpredictable teams, so whatever happens today will be unpredictable. Thanks to our sponsors, they include Sharon, Archie's Footwear, Belgravia Apparel, Nearmouth Mouthguards. We're going to give you the Hans Sportal scoreboard throughout the day. Wayfield Sports Exercise Clinic, Farmers Leap Winery, Police Credit Union, all the Dartfish stats, and the Moseley Bar and Kitchen, one of our great prize winners. The crowd's in. With the programs at hand, hope you're checking out what's a wonderful barbecue here. Looking forward to that at half time. But before then, we got a footy game to call, and to call us and get us underway, you're with Nathan Woods.
So here we go, round 8, Adelaide Footy League action, Pertaringa Oval. Up goes Penny and Anyang. Anyang gets the tap down, quick kick out of the air by Hill. The new player back in the team, Spence, gets the ball for Gullies out wide. Good collect by Tape, but he's just pushed out of bounds on the outer wing. And there'll be a throw in, about 70 metres out from Tea Tree Gully's goal.
Tea Tree Gully, traditionally strong starters, have won 5 of their 7 first quarters. On average, outscore opponents by just under 9 points. Broadview have won just 2 of their 7 first quarters, outscored by just under a goal. On average, but of course, it's just a trend.
So another repeat stoppage. Tyler Martin gets the ball. He's been good this year for Gullies. Pumps it in long to a dangerous spot. There's the big fella West, Tyler West. Great mark from West. A little bit out of position, but 2 bites of the cherry, and Tyler West is going to have shot on goal for a quick start for the Gullies.
Now, I'm not sure what happened with Tyler West's registration, but we have a thing called Play HQ, which is the bugbear of some and a source of great resources to others. His current record goes back no earlier than this year. And I'm pretty sure he played last year, so I'm not sure if he's got a dual identity.
So when he comes, West, normally pretty good kick at goal, but he's hit the woodwork, through for a minor score. So first score to Tea Tree Gully, we just said quick starter. So Fergus is going to bring the ball back in. Chip it in short, find Ralph, he gives it back to Fergus. Short little kick, just the required distance. So Kobe Russell in the long sleeves today. Swings out wide. Goes back to Manning. Likely type on the wing, Manning. Good athlete. Gullies are set up well here. There's not much on offer up forward, so they're going to swing it out wide to Cooper O'Leary. They haven't gone too far here, just maintaining possession. O'Leary now, in short, good kick.
Gullies have done very well to bottle it up. They're still in defensive 50 here, the Tigers. They've gone all the way back to Fergus, who had the kick in. He's not too far from that defensive goal square. They've moved it from edge to edge. Now they're going to try and go back, and well, there's Jack Fergus right there. who has moved up, taken the mark. They've finally cleared out a defensive 50. And the chance, they have not gone forward thus far in this game, which, to be fair, is only 2.5 minutes old. But they're showing some patience, kicking it right in front of the broadcast view. Manning has the front spot. Got a bit of trouble for his mark from Rhodes, but sends Broadview forward.
But Jackson with a big left foot kick. O'Leary gets the crumb. Falls out to Smith now. Can he pick it? He gathers. Has a bounce. He's going to run into an open goal. Too easy there. Ethan Smith. Good little crumb from Cooper O'Leary, and Smith on the end of it. Put the burners on, afterburners, and just waltzed into an easy goal. So Broadie's a good build-up. We're patient and rewarded on the scoreboard.
Yep. First forward 50, first goal. Smith finding some good open territory. Smith, quite the travelling footballer, began 2016 in Maroubra, Kiama, which I think is the South Coast Wollongong, Sandringham Dragons, under 18s, North Adelaide Reserves last year, played 14 games, 2 with the Tigers. That's his third goal in 7 games for Broadview senior level this year. Maybe this will be his home. He'll have quite the jumper collection.
Bit of a gypsy for sure, but he was good last week as well, Smith. Very lively around the packs.
One of the tricks with this ground is it does slope to the right where Smith kicked that goal, and if you get it over the netting, there's a road that leads down to the car park entrance, and that football can travel a long way away, hence the delay in coming back. So we're back in the middle. The Rucks will go to it again, Penning and Anyang in the middle. Crosby throws it up. This tap will give to Penning. Was looking for Martin, missed the target. Sits to Latham. He's tackled, but some good work through Penning. And on through Penning now onto Chris Olsen. Olsen's kick towards that scoreboard pocket. Off some hands. Tape had it, lost it. Now it's a hot footy, 55 metres out. Umpire letting it go through Broadview. A little clearance end over end. Anyang has it, taken the mark, even before the umpire can blow his whistle. He's playing on. Looks like Broadview are playing. Once they've got the ball, they go forward with speed. Russell into open 50. Needs a ground level tap. Now the pack descends. And it will be a ball up, or is it? No, it's going to be Gully free kick too high. Chance for them to clear for defence through Asprey.
Asprey gives the handball over to Martin, who was just a bit caught flat-footed, but pumps it in long and done well again. The big fella started well, Tyler West. Swings a quick handball over to Mackay, I think it is. And he gives it back to Penny, to West, sorry. West out wide. Lathan's on a searching lead. He gathers. Gives a little don't argue there to Jackson Wilson. Gives it off to Olsen. Olsen has a snap at goal. Hurried kick, but to the near side. Goes through for a point. So, Gully. Some good movement. Tyler West has started well. Looking dangerous up forward.
Olsen, quite the recruit for the Gully. 71 Sandford games from Central and Norwood. Won't miss him today with the long flowing locks and the headband. I have a feeling he's going to get plenty of the footy this afternoon. So again, Broadview. They took a while getting it out of defence last time, but in the end it worked for him with the goal to Smith going coast to coast. On this occasion there's going to be a stoppage in front of the club rooms. As you can see, the players back. Umpire wastes no time. Penny with the tap towards that boundary line. Taken over. Throw in. It is Broadview 1 straight 6. Gully 2 behinds. That's on the Hahn Sport Hall scoreboard.
Just over 6 minutes played here. Both sides feeling each other out. Throw in front of the grandstand here. Ooh, big area there from Jackson. And the ball is going to be picked up.
Was that a sort of kicking in danger?
Yeah, it looked like it
scenario?
was a bit dangerous there.
Going in a bit low. Olsen certainly didn't appreciate it, that's for sure. Got one on the shins, I think.
So the tap comes down. Martin, he started well, goes forward. A good kick to Latham. And dangerous forward. Brodie Latham, he's kicked 13 goals this year for Gully. Played all his career with Gully, I think.
100% Gully.
Yeah, love it.
Nothing but red and black.
So sure. Latham, he's going to swing around here. Looks pretty good off the boot. No, he's just brought it to the near side. So Brodie Latham, minor score for Gully. So they go to 3 points, trailing Broadview 1 goal, just over 7 minutes played.
Yeah, inside 50 count would probably be about 6-2 at the moment. One of Broadview's inside 50s was pretty shallow. They've done most of the attacking, the Gullies, but just the 3 behinds to show for it. Which, for those who watched the last time I think we covered Tea Tree Gully, the first time we did against Sacred Heart, they had a similar issue with lots of ball and not much pressure on the scoreboard. Broadview have managed to get it right up to the wing, but a tackle by Cooper O'Leary will hold up play and will be a ball up right in front of the light tower there. Not sure how the quality of the lights. I don't think they play a lot of night footy here. And plenty of people there gathered in the deck chairs with the back of the car, enjoying a great view of the Adelaide Footy League. Broadview with the clearance through a Gully's hands. Quick pick up and clearance into some space now. Will it sit for Tyler Martin? It does, and he's away.
Who just misses the target there in Brogden. Fergus is there with O'Leary. They overrun it. Chance now. Brogden again goes out wide. There he is again. Tyler West just out bodying his opponent. He's going to just swing around on the left foot, laconically, very casual, and he's missed to the near side. So Tea Tree Gully wasting a few opportunities here. 4 straight points, and just sort of maybe rush that one a bit, Tyler West.
Yeah, I just need that first goal to settle, but it hasn't come for him yet. They kicked 8-9, 10-13, 14-16, 13-9, 17-10. Prince Alfred 18-8 was their best effort, accuracy-wise, and that was their biggest win. Sometimes those two often come in pairs. So what are Broadview going to do? They're going to bring it out to the club room side, penning over the back. Anyang sort of just a little bit behind play at the moment. Tea Tree Gully try and attack, but the boundary line beats them. Throw in front of the Gully's entrance. You can see plenty of cars gathered around here. It is one of the great grounds that you can park your car and watch if you want. Or come and enjoy the club rooms. We've got the Crows on one telly and Sandfield on the other, and Tea Tree Gully, you could get the trifecta here this afternoon. Broadview try to get moving. James White. Should mention James White on debut. James White, a 2024 recruit, former Rooster, played in reserves for them last year.
So Spencer's kick's gone straight to Anyang. He's in good position, good intercept mark. So Broadview just hanging on here a little bit. They'd love to go down and get a goal after Gullies have had all the attack. So this call is going to go straight to Penny, but he just puts the one hand up. Should have probably marked that. Ball kicked forward there. I think it was Howard. So I think Howard might be in number 15.
I was about to say we got a 15
Yeah.
who's not on our list, so we did get a team sheet from somewhere. Let me go back and check that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Howard with the helmets, I think it last week as well, there was a bit of confusion. So I think he's number 15. So there's a throw in. Deep in the pocket for the Gullies. They're trying to search for their first. Ball comes out, snapped by Robinson. Just didn't quite make the distance, and a relieving mark on the last line of defence for Broadview. So can they get the ball moving?
Well,
Ralph out wide.
according to the official team sheet, there is no number 15, but I'll take your estimation. If we see a 30, then we know we're in deep trouble. Or maybe Tea Tree Gully are in deep trouble, maybe. It's in that pocket. Again, another inside 50 for Tea Tree Gully. Broadview's defence would have to feel like they're under a bit of siege. Hamish Ralph with the tackle, a throw in. We've got 11 and a half minutes. You can see the Hans Spital scoreboard. It's got a couple of people parked there. It is Tea Tree Gully, 4 behinds, doing all the attacking, not much scoring. Broadview, 1 straight 6.
I think Broadies would be the happiest side at the moment, even though they're under a pump. They're leading by a couple of points.
Yeah and no, because in theory they've got the wind and they're going downhill. So Tea Tree Gully are doing a great job keeping it at the top end, at their end. They just could be further in front. So both coaches would have something they're not that happy with. 15 is Christopher Howard, thank you. Great work from our filming footy crew around the ground to do the check on that. Right now though, Nathan, we've got a stoppage. It's a 45 metres out. The Gullies, I just feel they're the ones that really need the goal at the moment. And they ain't going to get one through that as Ron Heffernan is tackled by a multitude of Tigers. 12.5 minutes gone of the first quarter. Fairly low scoring affair thus far. So Mariel ping pong. And Yang got it on. Kick was smothered. That I think was from Samuel Rhodes. Teacher Gully respond. And Jack Fergus, who's getting a lot of the ball, mainly through kick-ins, but the occasional mark clears and heads in the direction of Sam Rhodes.
So Gully's here, working hard. Spencer's got it now. He's wrapped up in a tackle and going nowhere. So yeah, Fergus, he went forward. He's been thrown forward a little bit as well lately. Last week he went forward late in the game, so he comes off for a spell. Olsen now, he grabs the ball, gives it to Martin, pumps it in long. On a searching lead there, the ball's fallen into his lap. So Gullies are going to have another shot at goal here.
This is Elliot Brogden who'll take the shot. He's already kicked 2 goals from 5 games this year. If you keep heading up the road here from Teacher Gully, you'll end up Gamaraka, I guess, is somewhere on the way. Not too far down the way from it is Birdwood. He's mixed his time with Teacher Gully and Birdwood. There's his kick. Is touched on the line. And 5 behinds. We've got a 1-point footy game at the moment.
Yeah, a little dipping helicopter there from Brogden. Didn't strike it too well, and it was all Broadview on the last line. So Manning now goes out wide. Gully spoil. Ball back now. I think it was McKay maybe. And it's going to be paid the mark. Didn't hold it for long, but... So Gully's, Broady's out wide now. Anyang. He picks the ball up, turns around. Goes looking for Boras. Good spoil. Oh, good tackle there. He's got to be pinged holding the ball. He wasn't aware there, Hamish Ralph, and wrapped up by Howard. That number 15. Back to Brogden again. Can they find a target inside 50 here, the Wolves? So Brogden comes out wide. Oh, leap there by Martin, I think it was. He couldn't take the mark. Broadview working hard there. A lot of players around the ball. There'll be another repeat stoppage or a stoppage here. About 40 metres out, so Gully still. Inside 50 count will be heavily in favour of Teacher Gully early in this game. Ball comes out to Olsen. Olsen slams it on the boot, deep to the forward line, and once again, good mark back in defence by Broadview.
Almost playing the goalkeeper play there. Is now it's a Broadview to clear through Wilson. Wilson's kick intercepted by Zach McKay. So as soon as Broadview cleared out a defensive 50, Teacher Gully send it back in, and there's a mark taken on the edge of 50. I think that's by Asprey, which it is. Jack Asprey, who comes into this game, one of the best players last week, averages about a goal a game. Former Falcon and Demon from Hope Valley and Payneham Norwood Union. Bit of time in the reserves, but made his debut along with Jordan Personos and Brody Latham and Jack Robinson and Joshua Spence. They were the class of 2018. Now they're the veterans of the side. Can he nail one from outside 50? The kick is high, it's into the breeze. It's not going to have the distance. It's going to be... Where is it going to have the distance? It is! Oh, the Broadview defence fooled me for a moment. They're claiming it. Everything else has fallen short, but that one almost centimetre perfect by Jack Asprey. As we have a look at our Dartfish replay, looks like it's going to hold up. Umpire there, though, had the clear line of sight, and that is a chance for Teacher Gully Nation to exhale. They've finally got the first goal.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that now. Looked like it was going to be the same old story with Broadview clearing from defence or spoiling or marking it right on the last line. But it's just got the legs, so important goal. They need something to show for it with all this attacking, and first one on the board for Gully. So back in the middle now. Russell just hacks it forward with a handball. Fortuitously ends up in the hands of Barr, a new in this week, but his kick's gone straight to the defender in Personos. And Jordan Personos now is going to go out wide.
As you can see at the bottom of your screen, off the ball, Jack Hazelhurst and Boris having a push and shove competition. Not sure how you actually win that competition. But Heffernan has it for the Gullies, brings it down the broadcast side. Running onto it pretty well was Noah Hyde. He's under pressure though. Hand passes in Hope over his head looking for Tate. Broadview here on numbers to create the interference. Doing very well was James White. Got the hand pass out to Tate. His hand pass looking for Robinson just missed the target. That will create a stoppage. But it's good when the footy's up nice and close. You really get a sense of the ferocity of it all.
Yeah, a few bodies crashing into each other. That slap noise. Great to hear. So Angyang. Ball spills to Hyde. Tries to fool, Tape it was. Tried to fool the umpire and keep it in, but the boundary umpire having nothing of it. So a throw in right in front of the stand here.
Okay, we've got Alex Day wearing number 9 coming on, thanks to Wayfield Sports Clinics giving us the interchanges this afternoon.
So the throw in. A lot of players around the ball there. Angyang tries to get it out, he does, but it goes straight to Tape. Tape slings it on the boot.
And he was then taken down.
So there was a mark taken anyway by Brogden. So a bit of remonstrating after that. Spence and Flanagan are having a little bit of a argy-bargy. Meanwhile, Brogden's got the ball just outside 50. So a bit of heat creeping into this one.
Well, that's far. No one did anything silly. No 25 metres or change of freeze. It's going to be Brogden here. Thing's going to be too far out to score. Kicking into a slight breeze.
Just going to pump it to the hot spot. West was there. Ball spills to O'Leary. He couldn't grab it. Chance now for White, I think it was. A lot of players around the ball there.
It looks like hornets descending on a piece of honey, doesn't it? As it spills to Olsen out of nothing. Don't crack a joke when it's within 20 metres of goal. Olsen has snapped the goal. Sorry, Nathan. And he has his first, and Teacher Gully, having taken 17 minutes to kick their first, have 2 in the space of a couple. Good outside hand pass to the receiver. He snapped short.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be another stoppage, but the ball spilled out, and we know Olsen, class finisher. So, said before, Phil, plenty of SRNFL experience, a great recruit for Tea Gully, and he snapped truly. So Gully's now putting a bit of scoreboard pressure on after their dominance.
Justine Fergus comes on, as you can see on screen. Penny's also come on, the ruckman having a rest. He's gone up forward, so I'm not sure who's going to take on Angyang. To be honest, good luck. It's actually 23 Adam Friday, who was in the side last week, then out, then a late back in. The 3 changes I should add for Teacher Gully: William James, Josh Spence and Jack Hazelhurst. James on debut. Luke Brown, Damon Pitt and Jaden Martin are the 3 outs for the Gullies.
So Tape out the back, gains possession, but it's wrapped up in a tackle by Hill. So Broadview need to get something back here on the scoreboard. Gully's again. Olsen slams it on the boot. Penny's up forward. Ball spills down there. Brogden, he's been lively in this first quarter, but he's going nowhere. So there'll be a ball up.
The 3 changes for Broadview coming in: Callum Flanagan, Jackson Barr on debut, number 17, Reece Mooney out, Lewis St. Campbell Moller on it, and Sam Donnelly is probably the biggest out for the Tigers.
So another chance here. Tea Gully, a hurry kick forward though. They won't mind that. It's just hit the behind post, so they're going to. It won't be a throw in. It will be a last possession. And Broadview now under the pump, doing a lot of defending in this first quarter. Out wide. Coming across Friday. Good mark.
Their last inside 50 was like almost 15, 16 minutes ago. As the kick comes in, Broadview have some numbers. They concede a lot. They need a good bounce. Thankfully for Fergus, he got one. He's got a player out on the cricket nets pocket, the northwestern pocket here in the northeastern corner of the city. The kick looking for Baker and some teammates. Beautiful groundwork by Broadview to send it forward. And now a chance for them to go forward. It's with Kobe Russell. Draws a couple of defenders. Heads out towards Jackson. Now we're inside 50. No, we're about to go inside 50. They're about to go forward. They eventually do. Jackson along, penetrating kick into the pocket. Spills out the back. The bounces of Barry Crocker for Broadview. which is not a good thing. The hand pass from Teatree Gully is not much better. Could cause the turnover. It's Kobe Russell by the boundary line who slammed into the turf. All's fair and love in Division 1, and it will be a ball up.
Hectic minute or so there, but the good thing is for Broadview, they've got it in their forward line finally. Tapped over the back there by Hyde, but it was all Broadview. Campbell comes out now. Hurry kick forward, and Russell's got it, but it hasn't gone the 15. So unfortunately for Broadies, Mark wasn't paid, and there'll be a ball up about 40 metres out. Russell involved there in a few pieces of play. Big Penny gets a nice little tap out wide. Hurried kick forward. Spoiled there by Broadview. Comes out to Tape. And he'll be taken over the line by Yang Yang. So about 70 metres out from Broadview's goal. They'd love a goal here.
Well, 23-minute mark, trailing by 11. Teatree Gully kicking uphill and into a slight breeze. You'd have to say they would... Ooh, somebody almost clipped in my car there for a moment. Anyway, back to the footy. Reversing a little bit higher up the hill than I would have liked. But another stoppage. Yeah, Broadview do really want the next one, I think. There's that car reversing in the background. What have we found here? It's a free kick, and by the sheer movement of humanity, I think it's going to Teatree Gully.
The big fella Penny gave it to Robinson. Robinson now, quick play here by Gullies, and out the back, here they go forward again. It was Brogdon. He's been good this first quarter. Over the back, using the body well. The young Brody Latham did very well. Was in a good position and just edged his opponent out and played on.
That will be the question we'll look at in our Dartfish replay coming out. Let's have a look at the little push. If we get to see it. Might just be out of camera range. Oh, look, okay. I think he'd be a bit unlucky if he was paid against for that. Nicely done by the veteran, who again, another one. And there's a few who have only ever played for Teatree Gully. And there's another group that have only ever played for Teatree Gully or Norwood. Which of course is the next level up, having a crack at their under 16s, 18s or reserve side. And yeah, this is what you expected. This is now a scoreboard, Hunsport or scoreboard, that reflects the weight of territory that Teatree Gully have had this first quarter.
Yeah, no doubt. Danger signs for Broadview here. Yang Yang now. Handballs out wide. Can they get something going? O'Leary's wrapped up in a good tackle by Bredden it was. So Gullies again, here they go. Be Asprey out wide there. Looking for his gun forward in West. Punch forward. Good spot though. Front and centre. Wrapped up in a good tackle. And ball spilled out. So holding the ball against Teatree Gully. And it'll be Tyler McKenzie now. So can Broadview get some movement? Oh, dangerous kick. No, they can't.
Oh dear.
Brody Latham read that like a book. And he's got some speed, and
he can kick this.
He's a good kick at goal.
And he knows he can kick this. You can see it. He is, the way he's got the ball, he ain't passing.
So Latham, can he kick a couple in a couple of minutes? This would hurt Broadies. Latham just inside 50. Gets not quite enough connection. A big flyer at the back there. It was Martin, used the hands to get up on the shoulders there, but didn't get any real purchase on the ball. So Fergus is going to bring it back in. Broadie's really under the pump here.
So Latham 1 goal, 2 for the afternoon, but that's a great kick by Fergus. Here come Broadview right down the guts. 2 kicks and they're 60 metres out from goal. It sits with Johnny Boris. He likes kicking the goals. This one he's got to try and set up, and how's that? Coast-to-coast transition, it doesn't get better than that. It's amazing how quickly you can move it if it goes down the guts. And this is going to be Tyler McKenzie shooting for his first goal of the season.
Yeah, certainly a bit different to one of the early passes of play. I think they had about 10 possessions and went nowhere. But that one, great kick by Fergus, straight down the middle. Flanagan to Boris and in the hands of Tyler McKenzie.
McKenzie for Broadview's first shot on goal in about 20 minutes. This one is wayward. So Broadview will end up at quarter time 1 goal 1. The Gullies 3 goals 6. The goal scorers Ethan Smith for Broadview, Chris Olsen, Brody Latham and Jack Asprey for Tea Tree Gully. We're going to take a break. We're going to get Nathan to give us his thoughts about who's winning and what battles and why. I'll get some scores from around the grounds. You're watching the Adelaide Footy League. Thanks to Filming Footy.
We've been housemates for what, nearly 4 years?
Yep, basically since I started my uni degree and you got your apprenticeship.
Yeah, it's been really good. Like, it's the little things, you know? Like, one of us is always around to house it when the other goes on holiday. And one of us is always ready to help the other out of jam.
I don't know. Yeah, happen again.
It's usually me. My HECS debt doesn't leave a lot of room for holidays or working transportation or food. But it's worth all the debt, right?
No.
But what about your debt?
Debt isn't a problem for me. I get paid to learn.
You belong in blue. Apply for a career with South Australia Police.
Welcome back. You can see the quarter time huddle there for Tea Tree Gully. Might be a chat with the forwards about finishing off. 9 scoring shots to 2. The score is 3-6 to 1 goal 1. Just that one behind after the siren by Broadview, 17-point margin. You're with Phil Hurd and Nathan Woods. Nathan, what was your take on that first quarter?
Yeah, well, it was all Tea Tree Gully. After Broadview kicked the first goal, the territory battle was certainly won by the Gullies, and they didn't have a lot to show for it in the first half of the quarter, but 3 late goals have really stamped the authority on this game early on. Broadies had a chance to get one back late there, couldn't quite finish, but certainly some danger signs for Broadview, and Tea Tree Gully, plenty of good winners all around the ground at the moment. The last piece of play was good from Broadview. They need some more of that coast-to-coast type play, but all the Gullies early on.
Well, some scores around the Adelaide Footy League at the moment, and there are some margins at quarter time. Golden Grove and Sacred Heart at Harpers Field. Golden Grove 3-3-21, Sacred Heart 2 behind. So the Kookaburras with an early 19-point lead. Prince Alfred and Payneham Norwood Union, a 9-goal first quarter. Prince Alfred 6 goals 1, Payneham 3 goals 2. That equates to 37-20, a 17-point lead to the Redmen. Port District and Brighton 4-3-27. Port District 1 goal 7-13, 8 scoring shots to 7, but Port District find themselves in the hole by 14 points. And the close one's at Glenunga, where Glenunga 2-1-13, Trail St Peter's 2-4-16. So some surprises in there. For mine, I've got Golden Grove, Prince Alfred, Brighton and St Peter's. 4 of the lower ranked teams are in front at quarter time. What a season we are having. We'll give you score updates next at the halftime break. We've got some prizes to give away today. We're going to have the New Balance Belgravia Apparel Best Player. We've got the Neomorph Mouthguards Magic Moment. Not really sure who had one there. Maybe Asprey's goal that we thought wasn't but made it. That's the Neomorph Mouthguards Award and the Moseley Best Team Man, which Nathan, you're deciding today, which is sort of Best Team Man. Well, you've got a bit of an open slather for someone who contributes. to the overall team victory. So any thoughts on some early nominees that have impressed you in the first quarter?
I thought Olsen's goal was quite a good goal, the snap around the around the corner, so that could be a magic moment there. Best team man, too early at the moment. Nothing's really sort of come to my mind just yet, but we'll keep an eye out during the game, and I'm sure I'll have something later on.
Tyler West had a lot of touches, but didn't kick a goal. So yeah, that's a bit different.
He was dangerous up there, and so was Brodie Lathan, and I thought Elliot Brogdon had some good moments as well, so he started well.
Yeah, might surprise that most of the players with the stats would have been players that were up forward, because that's where most of the ball is. So the teams have swapped sides. It's now Broadview in the gold jumpers, black sash going to the left of your screen. Tea Tree Gully with their traditional Essendon, West Adelaide look, the black jumpers with the red sash. They're going with the win downhill. They have a 17-point lead. Can they extend it and give themselves a big buffer at halftime? I think we're pretty much ground is cleared. We're set to go, and your caller is Nathan Woods.
So start of the second quarter. Can Broadies hit back? When he plies around to Olsen, gets the little handball out to Hazelhurst. His kick's going to be straight to Broadview here, though. Little left footer. I think it was by Barr.
Yep.
Robinson was there, but ball comes out now to Spence. Quick handball from Asprey through the middle, Bredden, and now Olsen. He has a ping, 50 metres out. Looks pretty good with the breeze. Olsen showing his class. No,
sorry.
Sorry. So I'm getting excited there. Just missed and through for a...
The goal umpire faked us both out, because usually if you miss, you stand on the other side of the goal
Correct,
post.
but he came into the middle.
Back.
It's like the old days where they sometimes gave goals when they're running in the middle of the point and the goal post.
He did that old school. Give him the white lab coat and the hat.
So Fergus is going to bring it back in.
Okay, so yeah, Fergus is getting a lot of kick-out practice, because that's 3 goals, 7 now for Tea Tree Gully. Free kick going the way of Broadview. Out on that far side, looks to be going the way of Manning. Well, I shouldn't miss, because he's got that. It's not. I can't call it a top knot, can I? Because it's a back knot. Back to Fergus. I'm not sure if Fergus really looks like a footballer who'd ever have a back knot or a top knot. I wouldn't either, because I'm missing the one important quality, and that's hair. But if you have it, I guess, use it as you want. Towards the outer side, good bounce, suits Broadview. They'll kick it forward. They're inside 50 early in this quarter, although right on the edge of 50, Ryan Heffernan picks up, and in the middle of 3 Broadview players kicks it forward. Direction of Robinson. He's got to beat a few black and gold, which he can't do. Broadview through some hands. There's Manning with the back knot. He's got it through the middle. They've worked it through the mud and the slush. It's back now. I think that's Kane Flanagan with the long, strong kick that needs a good bounce. In the end, it was just a push. That was a pretty blatant kind of push, which umpire did not adjudicate on. It is a behind. Broadview second there. 1-2-8. Gully's 3-7-25. The margin, 17 points. It's a point apiece in the second quarter.
Spence doing the kicking out, as he often does, out wide. In front, it was O'Leary. Could have nearly been paid the mark. Gully's now. Errant handball. Falls over to, may have been Hill out wide. Mark now taken. Might be Rhodes. Excuse me. Looks like there's a number, that possibly could be a number 9. Is it for with the long
which could be
sleeve?
Alex Day.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I forgot. He's down the bottom there. Yeah.
We've had a few number changes. Here's another one with Johnny Boris, who has been known to wear number 29, is now number 7. To quote the Broadview team manager, I just don't have many mediums at the moment.
So Boris and Russell both in the long sleeves. It's in good hands. Johnny Boris has kicked a lot of goals for a few different clubs. Imp's one of them. So in comes Boris. Just going across the face of goal. Tall timber there in Penny. Slaps it through for a minor score. So Broadies doing a bit of attacking early on here. Just haven't put one through the big sticks.
No, 4 goals, 10. And what's Yeah, 4 goals. 4 goals, 10 is our totality of scoring so far, with most of that to the end to your left, where we're currently coming out of, with Tyler Martin. He's found Robinson. And away we go, Teacher Gully, looking for a loose man, found him on the outer wing. Quick kick down the line in front of that big light tower, spots up and finds Noah Hyde. So they're moving it quickly here, and they're inside 50 with a nice mark to James White on the edge of 50. This is where I get into a little bit of strife with a blind spot, as does White. He's picked out Kane Flanagan. Broadview will look to repel.
Flanagan and Manning, I get them mixed up a little bit. Very similar. Doesn't have the top knot, or the back knot, sorry, of...
But you've actually got to see the back of the head to see the back knot, don't you?
Yeah, the similar height and hair flowing. So Robinson now gets the handball out. Tyler Martin pumps it in long, out the back. West couldn't quite take it, but walking into an easy goal is Cody Tate. And good contest there by Tyler West. A great front and centre. Cody Tate was just left all alone, and a bit easy there for Tea Tree Gully. No one near Cody Tate, and he just waltzed in and kicked Gully's 4th goal. So after Broadview early on doing some attacking inside 50, couldn't put a goal on, and Tea Tree Gully have gone down, made them pay, and they're out now to a 22-point lead.
Jackson Wilson coming on, thanks to the Wakefield Sports Exercise Clinic, one of our great sponsors. Of course, no Lockie today on the boundary, thanks to Police Credit Union. But we're pretty close to the boundary ourselves, so we'll do our best to give you that ground level perspective here at Ray White Tea Tree Gully Oval, known to many as Pertaringa. Well, from the centre clearance, it's gone Tea Tree Gully's way. I reckon they've won just about every centre clearance so far, and they've won a fair majority of the clearances around the ground. This is a boundary throw-in. It's going to lob pretty much right on the 50-metre arc of Tea Tree Gully. 6 minutes gone. Tea Tree Gully have kicked a goal and are behind. Broadview a couple of behinds. The tap from Penny ends up in that 50-metre arc. And in the end, someone gets lassoed with James White laying the tackle. And we'll go again.
Yeah, I think Broadie's missing Sam Daniele. He's a good ball winner and clearance player. So Broadie's now, what can they do? Hurried kick forward, but leading in the race there. It's Tea Tree Gully. Handball comes out wide to McKay. He's going to go back to Spence in those bright orange boots. Gets around one, gives it to Martin. Martin now on a good lead is Lathan. Through his hands though. And the ball goes out of bounds. About 30 metres out here from Tea Tree's Gully's goal.
Little pooch there, enjoying the vantage point, all nicely tucked in there. Throw in. Chance for Tea Tree Gully to extend what at the moment is a 23-point lead. Broadview repel momentarily. Look in the direction of Rhodes. He ain't going nowhere, as Josh Spence makes sure of that. As you see some more of the locals. You can bring the deck chair here, set up the front by the fence. Stand there with the hoodie by the fence. Or even sit in those cars and watch the footy. Plenty of options here at Pertaringa. This is Tyler Martin trying to escape, and for the moment we're locked in to this half-forward flank of the Gullies.
Bit of sunshine coming out now. Bit of holding in the ruck there, and it's going to be an advantage to Martin. So he's going to a dangerous spot there. West in front, over the back though, running the ball through was Jackson Wilson for Broadview. So another minor score to Gullies. They go out to 4-8. Quick kick in from Broadview. Can they work it down the outer side? They've moved the ball well this time. Russell's got it on the outer wing. Just a bit stagnant now. McKinnon Collins offers a lead. He's been quiet. Need him to get into the game. Verrill gives him a little bump, turns around. Ball thrown on the boot by Day. Boris looking for a free. Could have been held. Ball comes out now. Hurried kick forward. Just drifted to the near side, and a minor score to Broadview, but some good movement from one end to another, and now Gullies are going to try and slingshot it back the other way.
Yeah, turned into a beautiful day for footy when the sun's come out. Gullies have worked it to the half-forward flank. That's going to be a nice kick again. Quick movement towards the forward 50 arc. They're just outside it now with one of their biggest threats in Brodie Latham. He centres the ball. This time 2-on-1 Tigers really gave West nothing to deal with, and it will be Kane Flanagan. One of two that's out there today. Callum wearing 10, Kane wearing 13. Ex-Fitzroy lads that also both spent a bit of time at Prospect with the Roosters. He'll head out to the outer side. It's by that boundary line. O'Leary manages to keep it in. Bouncing ball. Leading the race to it is Boris. He's got a few touches, but none of them near goals really today. His kick, well, there really wasn't a Tiger inside 50. Easily pickings for Tea Tree Gully.
You're just breaking down up forward a little bit, Broadview. So Gullies now, it's turned into a bit of a ping-pong game here up and the ground. So outnumbered, a few defenders back for both sides. Good tackle over there, and Gullies are going to be rewarded.
And the one problem when the sun comes out, the back of those gold Guernseys start to reflect a bit, and those numbers become a little bit hard. I remember I was calling a game here, Tea Tree Gully and Rocks once, and they had white numbers on a clash grey background, and it was like, oh my goodness, good luck. Thankfully, not as much of a problem trying to pick out the Gullies players. I reckon this might be Noah Hyde, just with the side view. From just outside 50, geez, put a height into that. If there's any wind, will it carry? Will it carry? Yes, it does. Noah Hyde knows which way the wind's blowing, and the former Norwood Reserves and Waikerie Magpies player has his 6th goal of the season. Tea Tree Gully's 2nd of the quarter, and they're slowly but surely putting distance between them and the visiting Tigers.
Yeah, just having a look on the Dartfish replay there. Good kick, 50 metres out. Looked like he just got underneath it a bit, and it wasn't going to quite make the distance, but the wind, a little slight breeze there, just got hold of it, and it's just got over the goal line, similar to Asprey's one in the first quarter. And Gullies continue on their merry way now. 5 goals, 8, 38 to the visitors. Broadview 1 goal, 4-10. So 28-point margin here. Broadies need to bounce back quickly.
Yep, game high margin from the clearance. Gullies conceding some ground. Now they've got a chance to go forward, which they do, I think, through Howard. They seem to prefer working it on the outer side. Well, that's fine. We'll just have to put the binoculars up. That looked like Heffernan with the kick inside forward 50. Spills to Latham. Smart little grubbering kick to an open Gullies player, which was McKay. He was set upon pretty quickly, though. And have we got a free for a push? No, we got a free for holding the ball. And it will go the way of Ben Manning. And he must feel a little bit under siege at the moment. The Tigers looking for a way back from a 28-point deficit.
Manning, long kick down the outer side. 2-on-1 favouring Gullies. Ball comes forward though. Day, quick Campbell, 1-2 with Ang Yang. Now Hill's got it on the outer side. So Broadview, desperately needing a goal here. Ball comes into the middle. It was Ralph or...
Manning.
Sorry, Manning it was again. He's been busy. Johnny Boris handballs out wide. Spencer's there though. He's going to clear. He's been good. Over to White. Hurried kick forward now. It's going to go straight to Flanagan though. So a bit of a messy play. Flanagan though pumps it in long. In front, couldn't quite take the mark, but he's going to be paid the free. So Hill... Couple of good touches. Can he find someone inside 50? He can, but it's not a Broadview player. It's the long-haired Chris Olsen, and he's going to clear out. Oh, Verrills dropped something he should have taken. Nearly caught one high. Goes back again and does well. Gets out of trouble. Has a bounce and goes long down the line, but he's kicked it straight to Wilson, who couldn't take the mark. And now there's going to be a ball up. So a bit of scrappy play. Broadies trying to get something going inside 50, but can't quite do so at the moment.
Love the work from Verrill. He just kept at it until he won the contest, despite numerous fumbles and getting into a bit of strife. Ang Ang with it is brought to ground. Umpire says my ball. 13 and a half gone. It's been Tea Tree Gully's quarter. They've kicked 2 goals to Broadview have kicked 3 behinds. Certainly seems to be an issue with kicking goals to that northern end today. Meanwhile, this ball is not coming loose and will be yet another stoppage. At quarter time, if you've just joined us, we had Golden Grove over Sacred Heart by 19, Prince Edward over Payneham by 17, Brighton over Port District by 14, and St Peter's over Glunga by 3. In what looked to be a quarter of upsets. We'll see if the second responds. Well, finally got some open play. Mackay on to Olsen. They dash down the guts. Inside 50 looking for West. He's to go turn around and taken the mark. Will he take the shot for goal? No, he won't. He knows it will probably test his distance a little bit. One-on-one contest at the square. One hand, two hand. Pay the mark? Yes, indeed. Great effort. We'll get a replay on that in a sec. Thanks to Dartfish, we'll get it right now. Hopefully he won't turn around and take the quick shot, as some like to do. In fact, he just has. And
Tyler Martin's played on.
He's played on and gold. And that's Tea Tree Gully's 5th goal. They go, that's Tea Tree Gully's 6th goal. And 6 individual goal scorers, which means they've got, well, I think you prefer that than having one bloke kicking 6, because it means you've got plenty of forward options.
Yeah, good play from Olsen through the middle. Tea Tree Gully looking a bit more efficient up forward. West took a good mark, and Tyler Martin sprinting back to the goal square. Just put it out over the back into his advantage. Took a good mark and played on and kicked truly. He's been good this quarter, Tyler Martin.
Yeah, it's looking ominous for Broadview. 34-point margin. And our delay is because, as I said, if you kick it a fair way down the southern end, it can end up at Tea Tree Plaza. And that seems, or St Agnes at least, seems to be where it's ended up, that football. So we've got a new one, and Tea Tree Gully obviously know this. They had a fresh supply ready to go. Fair to say Broadview need the next one. Trailing right now by over 5 goals. Gully showing how to use the breeze. Something that Broadview just never got the inside 50s with it in that first quarter, now paying the price.
So Anyang out the ruck. Leading the race, Jackson. And he's just held on to here. Going to pay advantage. Sure who that was there who had it, but Broadview in 4. Boris can't quite take the mark. He's working hard. Bit scrappy on the outer side there. Broadie's desperately trying to get a goal here. So they're going to get a stoppage around 40 metres out. Anyang gets it out of the ruck, slams it on the boot, and in front, Kobe Russell. Hurried kick forward and read it well, Russell. Good forward, playing in front. Ball's just fallen into his arms, so Broadies finally have a very gettable shot at goal here and desperately need this.
Yeah, Russell having a bit of a discussion with the umpire about angle. Very important kick for the Tigers.
So when he comes, umpire does a bit of work, but I think he's, by the reaction of the players, snuck it through, and he has. Kobe Russell, finally some joy for Broadview Tigers supporters who have made the trek out to Pertaringa. Few toots of the horn, and Broadies a much needed goal. 18 minutes into this second quarter, only scored the 2 majors.
Well, I think they scored their first about 4-minute mark of the first quarter, second at the 18-minute mark of the second, and when you have it in the middle of that, Tea Tree Gully had kicked 6 unanswered. So the margin back to 28 points. As umpire Crosby goes again. Gully's with the clearance, courtesy of Friday. It's at the 50-metre arc. Broadview have it. They're conceding, but they do clear momentarily. They've got O'Leary, and now they've got, I think that's Mooney, the debutant, some quick hands. Here comes Broadview right through the middle now. And there's the goal scorer in Kobe Russell, this time with a much better angle, albeit a little bit of a longer shot.
Normally pretty good kick, Russell, but this will test him against that slight breeze, just outside 50.
Well, at the moment, he is back at himself. Looking to kick his second and Broadview's third from the edge of 50. Puts it up high. It won't be a goal. It'll be off hands and a behind. It'll be 2-5 to Broadview. They trail the Gully 6-8. That's 44-17. A 27-point margin on the Hans Sporting scoreboard.
Spence just looking for options here. Going to come out to the grandstand wing. Friday was there, but well spoiled out of bounds. Sun shining now. Good conditions for football. Good crowd out here. Round 8, Adelaide Footy League. Gillen Collins gets it out of the ruck to Fergus, who's up forward. We've seen him in defence. Goes forward, Boris in front. Can't quite take the mark. Down in front, though, it's Day. On the left, snap. 2 in a row for Broadview. Tigers hit back here. Helix Day with the long sleeves on. Snapped on the left boot. And if you see the replay, Fergus up forward now. Boris couldn't quite take the mark, but well trapped by Day, and on the left foot, made no mistake. Great goal.
Beautiful crumbing effort by the former Lion from Smosh Westlake. Spent a bit of time at the Eagles, Woodville West Torrens as well. His second goal of the season. Second in a row for the Tigers, who are, well, just when they looked on the edge, have inched their way back into some degree of competitiveness. A 21-point margin. And is that a Dartfish beanie I see there?
Certainly is. I was waiting to point that out there.
I was about to
say. The young
say.
trainer, Teacher Gully girl, wearing the...
I wonder how she collected that. Was that something that was collected from one of our award winners? Because you don't get those easily. Broadview have gone forward again. The kick forward in the Anyang direction is off hands. Behind scored. But Tigers are having a little purple patch at the moment. They go to 3 goals, 6-24. Teacher Gully 6-8-44. The margin that was over 30 is now back to 20.
Yeah, good little period here for the Tigers. Something going off the ball here. Johnny Boris in the thick of it.
Coming out the sock. Yellow card.
It's the skipper, Johnny Boris. Oh, sorry, no, the skipper's Jaden Ryan today. He's coming over. I think it is Johnny Boris. Yeah. So, sure what happened. I don't know if we can pick it up on the replay at all, but just
reckon if we put a microphone near the Broadview bench, we'll find out in a sec. We might just have to have the beat function, though, handy.
Tony Burgess just having a chat to Johnny Boris there. Trying to calm him down and work out what happened. Get him back on track, because they've got a bit happening here, Broadview, at the moment.
Yeah, they've got a bit of momentum happening, if which they can keep going and get within a couple of goals by half-time. It's absolutely game on here at Pertaringa. But right now, I can't see the ball coming out, though the umpire's giving them a fair chunk to work it out.
But you see Johnny Boris cooling his jets on the sidelines there, just having a spell.
He can go and have an early half-time break. 10 minutes. He won't be back on until the third quarter. Meanwhile, the game goes on. With all that, the key playmaker for Broadview. And they go forward a little bit, but no one to get it to. Mooney got it, showed the ball and was tackled, and that will be a free kick. Teacher Gully. Let's see what they can do with it. I said, players have had an interesting decision when they've had the ball, which way they go. Of course, there's mud in the middle with one little sort of laneway, which a few have used, but most have decided to go around the other side, which is their prerogative. Gully send it forward, last disposal rule, and it will belong to Broadview.
Cooper O'Leary is going to take the kick. He's going to just kick it in short. Finds Mooney. Former West Adelaide player Mooney. Just stayed and waited that one, Flanagan. Now wrapped up in a strong tackle. So Broadies are on here. O'Leary, though, his handball's partly smothered. Out wide, Flanagan. Ball smothered. He goes back and has another crack there. Or is it Manning over there? The two lookalikes, and he's going to be pinged holding the ball. So it was Manning that time. Bit going on in this game now. Bit of heat.
There has been pretty much from the get-go. This is Noah Hyde, debutant this year from Norwood and Waikerie. He switches sides, waiting for a Jordan Personos, who's played 84 games at A-grade level, yet to kick a goal for the Gullies, and hasn't so far today. To Martin, to White in the shadows. Back to Riley Verrill, who will draw the defender and go with a long kick to the hot spot. West Thumb from behind. It's going to be a free kick to Tea Tree Gully, I think, to Tyler Bredson. Unless West's run-up was impinged, and that might be what the verdict is. Yes, it is Tyler West to get a shot straight in front from about 40 out as Kane Flanagan just checked that his nose is still attached to his face. Yep, a little bit of claret coming out of there at the moment.
Yeah, I think West might have just got a little jumper pull or a tug as he was leading there. So a good spot by experienced umpire Crosby.
And he has dobbed it, and West, he becomes the, that is his first, 7 goals, 7 goal kickers. In fact, of our 10 goals, all by 10 different players, no multiple goal scorers yet with half-time imminent. An important settler, Nathan, for Tea Tree Gully, because Broadview were having their best probably 5 minutes of the match so far.
Yeah, it certainly was. Broadies there, they went forward. Boris had a chance to kick their third in a row within about 5 minutes. And they pressed really hard there in that little period, but definitely a settler there. Tyler West, he's been dangerous up forward. And a nice kick of the footy, put it straight through the middle. So back in the middle. Quick handle from Manning. Broadies go forward. Can they instantly reply? Cooper O'Leary in front. Could have been held. Umpire is eventually going to give him a free kick for another little hold. So Cooper O'Leary.
He's in range here, I would think. He's only just stepping back to the 50-metre arc, so the kick would probably be 40 metres, give or take a couple.
So this would be very handy for Broadies, an instant reply. So Cooper O'Leary, brother of Jay, who's been playing with the Crows, SNFL side. In he comes, O'Leary, keeps it pretty low. Is he going to make the distance? Not quite. And spoiled through for a point. So Broadies now, their scoreboard, 3 goals, 7. So they're accumulating the points as well as Tea Tree Gully.
Suddenly Tea Tree Gully are the accurate ones at 7 goals, 8. It is funny how that accuracy does turn over the course. This quarter, Tea Tree Gully with the breeze have kicked 4 goals, 2. Broadview without it have kicked 2 goals, 6. So both teams certainly having their higher scoring quarters, although that's gone awry and out of bounds. Half-time imminent. You can see the background there, our filming footy broadcast fan. We're at the lower level. Upstairs is our cameraman Elias giving you some of the great pictures today. Yep, Have Footy game will travel. In fact, I'll tell you about where filming footy is with another one of our great setups. In a sec, as Tea Tree Gully go forward, 3 one-on-one battles. Wilson does well to get it onto Mooney. Mooney goes back to go forward. Thankfully, it works to Hamish Ralph. And Manning and Nathan, it looks like Broadview have got some space on the outer side.
So Manning, nice little kick out wide to Rhodes. Can't be much long left in this half. Russell, he's had a pretty good quarter. He's going to bring it into the middle. Dangerous kick. Oh, big fly. Totally misjudged it though, Olsen. Hill takes the mark. Can they pinch a late goal, Broadies? Up forward, McKinnon Collins goes high. Crumbing though, O'Leary. Snapped around the corner. What a good goal. Cooper O'Leary. Perfect front and centre. That's his first goal. Cooper O'Leary had a shot not long ago. Moved forward and a great crumbing goal there. McKinnon Collins, good contest. Brought the ball down forward, and Cooper O'Leary, great gather and a perfect snap. So we saw Olsen kick one similar to that in the first quarter, and Cooper O'Leary gets an important late goal for Broady. So margin back to 19, and they'll be happy going into half time, only 3 goals down, because at one stage there it looks like it could be a bit of a blowout.
Yeah, it was over 5, and at the moment Teacher Gully have won the quarter, but only by 2 points. So maybe that breeze downhill that I labour on about isn't worth labouring on so much about. Teacher Gully ball, 29 and a half minutes gone. No real sign of any rush from Olsen. He knew the siren was milliseconds away, which it was, and that is half-time at Pertaringa, the Ray White Teacher Gully Oval, and it shows the hometown Wolves, well, 17-point leaders at quarter time. They are 19-point leaders at the main break. On the Hans Sportal scoreboard, Teacher Gully a 7.850, Broadview a 4.734, 11 individual goal scorers. The Teacher Gully, Chris Olsen, Cody Tate, Noah Hyde, Tyler Martin, Tyler West, Brodie Lathan and Jack Asprey. For Broadview, their 4 goals to Kobe Russell, Cooper O'Leary, Ethan Smith and Alex Day. You're with Phil Hurd and Nathan Woods, the Filming Footy crew. We're going to take a breather, check out the barbecue, and bring you the third quarter in about 10-15 minutes time. You're watching the Adelaide Footy League, thanks to Filming Footy.
We've been housemates for, what, nearly 4 years?
Yep, basically since I started my uni degree and you got your apprenticeship.
It's been really good. Like, it's the little things, you know? Like, one of us is always around to house it when the other goes on holiday. And one of us is always ready to help the other out of jam.
I don't know. Yeah, happened again.
It's usually me. My HECS debt doesn't leave a lot of room for holidays or working transportation or food. But it's worth all the debt, right?
No.
But what about your debt?
Debt isn't a problem for me. I get paid to learn.
Get a quick and easy low-rate car loan from Police Credit Union today.
Do you belong in a role that drives you? In a community that makes you proud? In a team that brings out your best? You belong in blue. Apply for a career with South Australia Police.
And welcome back, folks. What you're looking at on your screen is the state of play in Division 1. And it is chaos and anarchy. What you're seeing there is something actually quite remarkable. That of all 5 games, I'll stand corrected. The other 4 games, the bottom-ranked team is ahead of the top-ranked team. Here it's sort of going to script, although Tea Tree Gully and Broadview do have identical records, so it's only percentage that separates them. So here, Tea Tree Gully over Broadview by 19 points. Over at large, Port District 2 goals 9, trail Bryson at home by 22 points. Port District currently third, Bryson currently bottom. As we see Broadview come out, there's other results as well. Spock over Glenunga, if you don't mind. Golden Grove over Sacred Heart, if you don't mind. And Prince Alfred over Payneham Norwood Union. So it's Brighton by 22, Golden Grove by 5, Princes by 10, Spock by 10, and here Tea Tree Gully by 19. Phil Herden and Nathan Woods. And Nathan, after very popular barbecue, not much left for us by the time we got out there at halftime. They've been going, there's actually 5 senior games on here today, 3 on the main oval and 2 out the back. So Canteen's been absolutely flat out. But we enjoyed what they had left for us. How have you enjoyed this game?
Yeah, I'm still halfway through me bacon and egg roll sandwich here, Phil. But yeah, plenty of people around in the canteen area. But now the game, it looked like it was going to be a bit of a blowout and very one-sided. But Broadview, to their credit, bounced back hard there, kicked a couple in a row, and then Gully's got one back, but Broadie's instantly replied through Cooper O'Leary's goal. So they're giving themselves a sniff going into half-time. Only 19 points the margin now. It feels like it's a bit more than that because Tea Tree Gully during the periods have dominated this game. So it'll be interesting to see how this second half pans out. Broadies, if they can get the first 1 or 2, they'd certainly fancy themselves maybe running over the top. But if Gullies can get the first 1 or 2, you'd say that they could be in for a big victory.
Yeah, both teams kicking 3 goals 6 uphill when they had that end to kick to. Broadview, I keep thinking the wind going downhill makes that to the right, the scoring end. Not really the case. 5 of the 11 goals, I guess it's 6-5, not much difference. Plenty of football though to the top of the hill, but I would think Broadview would want to be in front, a goal behind at worst if they want a chance in the final quarter.
Yeah, definitely. This first 5-10 minutes is going to be very important in the Premiership quarter. So, as you said, Tea Tree Gully have had the better of the centre clearances, so Broadview can get on top in that area and give their forwards first look early on here. Johnny Boris, I'm not sure if he's back on yet, but looks like he's coming towards the bench. He might still be having part of his 10 minutes. Yeah, Johnny Boris, Kobe Russell, we saw him get into the game there a little bit. He can be a dangerous forward. Cooper O'Leary looked dangerous up there as well. So got some options up there. So they'll hopefully they can get a few clearances for their sake and kick a couple of early ones.
Something to check out. Filming footy, we're all over the country. Wherever footy is, so are we. Including some great broadcast facilities, including sort of a broadcast bus, and which is at the Mullawa Muster in Western Australia today. So please check that out afterwards. Filming footy, type in Mullawa, Mullewa. It's one that has, there we go. Maybe you could go take Qatar over to Mullawa to get an aerial shot. We've got everything happening here, of course. Those of you that know your approach to Adelaide know that you turn and you basically come down Northeast Road, the iconic shot over the Adelaide Oval, before you land over the city. So that's one coming into land, possibly from Auckland, possibly from Doha. But we go back to Peteringa Oval and some footy with Nathan Woods.
The Gullies get that first clearance. Martin got it out wide here. Hyde's now got the football and a good lead by Friday and a great kick by Hyde. Just put it out in front. So Friday, chiseling little ball into Lathan. Good build up here from Gullies. Dangerous spot. West, he's up there. Gets hands to it. Fergus there though. his handball goes straight to Olsen, and Olsen's wrapped up in a tackle. So a promising build-up there for Tea Tree Gully. They will be looking to get an early one here after Broadie's got themselves back in it.
11 goals scored, 11 different goal scorers. One of those was Olsen, who's got it again. He's tackled, sort of played for the free kick. Umpires here tend to say if you want a free kick here, you do really have to earn it. As you can just see the edge of the Hans Portal scoreboard, the Gully 7-8. Broadview are the visitors at 4 and 7. Ball up. Tea Tree Gully's end at the moment, but Broadview get it onto Fergus. He'll just put the boot into the Sharon. Lucks of Fortune, though, has found Kobe Russell. He's a long way from home. He sights up Ben Manning. Manning in the middle has got a runner through a little bit of the mud. Here's a kick inside 50. Sometimes Broadview's transition, when they get it going, has been very good. Cooper O'Leary battling for the ball. Great pick up from Flanagan. Back to O'Leary. An open goal beckons. He jukes, he dives, and he misses. It was all set up for a great opening goal of the first quarter. Not to be. O'Leary is 1 goal 2 for the day. Broadview go to 4 goals 8. Tea Tree Gully 7 goals 8. It is a straight 3-goal footy game.
Yeah, O'Leary looking dangerous up there. Couldn't quite finish on the left foot. But Margin has just said 3 straight kicks. So Spencer's going to bring it in. Going to go straight down the middle. Bit of a push in the back. No, West is going to get it, so I'm not sure what happened there. So a bit further out from goal than normal. Tyler West, kick out in front, and Latham's a beautiful kick again. Latham's presenting well. He's been good up forward. Pumps it in long, 1-on-1. Coming across was Ryan, the captain. He couldn't get it, though. Now Manning's working hard. Fergus, nice kick out wide to Rhodes. Over the top here. That was Flanagan, sorry, Callum Flanagan. Gets the 1-2 from Russell. Has a bounce. Being pursued by Personos. Has 2. Approaches 40 metres. Has a shot at goal. It's coming back. It's through. Great goal. Running goal from Callum Flanagan. Down the outer wing. Backed himself. Had 3 or 4 bounces. Personos couldn't get him. And a little left to right swing on that ball late. A nice little in-swinger. As we see the replay here. Personos was out on his legs chasing Flanagan, and a great finish from about 40 metres out after he'd run about 70 or 80 metres. So that all-important first goal to Broad. He's back to 2 straight goals of margin.
Yep, great play, greatly caught by our filming footy camera crew, giving you the ground level and then the overshot. And I reckon if Broadview do get up, that's the nomination at the moment for the Neomorph Mouthguards magic moment. To claim it, of course, Broadview have to win. They've got themselves now within 2 straight goals. It was over 30 in the midway point of the second quarter. So back in the middle, Broadview have done what they needed to do, get the first goal. Tea Tree Gully, another centre clearance. This one, Tyler Martin, and it's going to be caught on the edge of 50. This one looks to be possibly by Heffernan, who kicks towards the hot spot. It was looking to sit for Hyde, then the ball took a shocker of a bounce. Now it's a battling ball picked up by Hill, but he was tackled through some hands, turnover. It ends up with Asprey. Asprey into the pocket, and Latham had it and lost it. Not sure he would have had the shot from that angle 45 metres out. Interestingly, it must have been adjudged to have been above the knee, so it wasn't a disposal and therefore wasn't the last disposal rule. Meanwhile, if you recall, just before about the 21-minute mark, Johnny Boris copped a yellow card. He's about ready to come back on at the 4-minute mark of this third quarter. The interchanges, thanks to Wakefield Sports Clinic.
So Flanagan again trying to get possession. He's got a few to beat. Penny picks it up now. Oh, he's missed his target in the middle. This could be dangerous. Hill's got it now for Broadies. Can they make him pay? Oh, but good running back and taking the mark out of nowhere was Heffernan there. Very casually. So he kicks it out to Asprey. So Gully's dodge a bullet after Penny's kick was chopped off in the middle. Robinson out there, leaps high. White there. He's working hard. Good little handball out, ends with Tape. Tape's going to kick it straight to Ang Yang though, so Broadies will reload. Good kick down the middle. Beautiful kick. Day's got it. Handballs to the running Jackson. They love it in his hands. He goes long on the left boot. Will it dribble through? Oh, it just bounces across the face of goal. So Stephen Jackson went for home from 60 out, but didn't get the right bounce. But good signs for Broadview early here. They get within 2 straight kicks now. Only 11 points the margin. And now Gully's under the pressure here early in this third quarter.
Yeah, Jackson best on ground for Broadview last week in their shock defeat at the hands of Spock. Of course, the loser this one would have lost a couple in a row. Anyang with a kick back towards 50. The hand pass looking in the direction of Mooney sort of missed the target. Now it's Teacher Gully to clear. In the middle, finds the target. Now it's with Cody Tate. Here's a chance to raise the eyes. Kicks into space. Latham. Well, he didn't get the best bounce. West comes in to help. He somehow got the ball out to Robinson. They'll concede a little bit of ground here to Zach McKay to come back inboard to Olsen. Too far out to score. He's outside 50. He looks right now and decides he's going to go back. Surely not to take a shot. He's juked left. He's juked right. He'll go now right down the guts to the top of the square. And a soccer off the ground by Latham. And somehow I'm going to have to see the Dartfish replay. He can't believe he's missed from there. I can't believe he's missed from there. Dartfish replay, how did it happen? Yeah, stepping on the ball will do it.
Nearly did his ankle.
He was about to kick it and it spun back under his boot from 1 metre out. Unbelievable. I reckon that's going to end up at the end of season Footy Funnies tape somehow.
So the kick in, a great mark by the skipper, Ryan. Floated across there. So Broadie's dodged one there. They're going to go deep. 2-on-1 though. Penny's there. Over the top. Verrill leads in the race. Can Broadies create a stoppage here? Verrill, handball out. Manning there. Working hard. Does all right. There's a bit going on there. Johnny Boris is having a little off the ball moment with Verrill.
Well, I think that was more on Verrill. I'm not sure why he was giving Boris the attention given he was a few metres off of the ball.
They're having their own little play together.
Exactly, little tat-tat-tat, as you do sometimes. It spills to Broadview. This is Mooney on to Day. And Yang, 20 metres out, trying to find an open Tiger. In the end, he handballs to the line. That's last disposal, I would have thought. Certainly wasn't touched. Last disposal it is. A momentary reprieve for Tea Gully. Broadview are coming. The margin is 12. They've whittled it away. And right now are winning this third quarter. Right in front of us, you're filming Footy Crew, Phil Hurd and Nathan Woods. Taking it was McKinnon Collins, and he is caught holding the ball, and it will go the way of Tyler Martin. Just noted Martin with the... Is that... No, that's actually the design of the boot. Okay. From afar, it looks like he's sort of got yellow tape on that, but that's all boot.
Yeah, I haven't seen
that
those
colour
ones
scheme.
before. Yeah, the Pumas, I think they are. Purple on the bottom and then bright fluorescent yellow.
West with the mark, looking for Latham. Probably better if it's the other way around, to be honest. But Latham, look at this. He's recovered back to Olsen. You get Latham and Olsen working together. And Teacher Gully are dangerous. The kick looking for Noah Hyde comes to ground. The pack, the stacks on the mill. And somehow out of that, it's holding the ball against Teacher Gully. And it's Broadview's turn to take a breath.
So Cooper O'Leary, we've seen him up forward doing some good work. Now deep in defence. Just going to chip it to Fergus, who they like having the ball in the hands, along with Jackson. Good ball users. Tyler McKenzie's got it now. He's just going to pop it over the top. Henry Baker now. Long, right in front of us again. Manning is going to fly. Couldn't quite take it, but recovers brilliantly. Does very well. He's been important today, Manning. Bit of a wobbler. Ang Yang leads Penny. Got him for pace, I think. Ang Yang, what can he do? Just puts it on the boot along the ground. A little dribbler. It was coming from left to right, but didn't put it out in front of the goals enough. 3 for a minor score, so Broadies continue to press here. They've now overtaken Tea Tree Gully in the behinds, and they're 5-10, just the 11 points behind. And now out the outer side, Bredden's going to clear.
Yeah, we had a slight discrepancy. Oh no, we've got it all sorted now. No, I should never have doubted Hugo. Sorry, Hugo. Keeping track of our score bug. It is 11 points the margin. Tea Tree Gully going forward with Verrill. It's 2-1 Gullies in the square. West comes in to lay a tackle. That's where the umpire's got to make a big decision. And Andrew Crosby, who's made plenty of big umpiring decisions in a very celebrated career, calls ball up. It's Bills. The snap by White has just snuck in. And this margin just going back and forth between 12 and 11 points at the moment. Who will be the next to kick a major?
Yeah, both sides 10 minus scores. So Fergus now to bring it back in. He's going to pump it down the middle. Manning again, flies. Ball spills out here now to Tape. Got the handball from William James, one of the new players. Free kick going to go to Broadview here now. So can they load up? Puts Russell under the pump with a handball, and he in turn puts McKillen Collins under the pump. So Olsen, who's having a good quarter, he's going to go long at the back there all by himself. Tyler West, so a crucial turnover. Broadie's had the ball in a good spot. Centre half back there in the middle of the ground. And a horrible handball to Kobe Russell, put him under all sorts of pressure, and then he in turn put McKinnon Collins under pressure. And then a good little kick forward from Chris Olsen. He's been good. And now West for his second. Should not miss from here. Generally a beautiful kick of the footy. Tyler West guides it through, straight through the middle. That's 2 now. Tyler West making an impact up forward. That's the first multiple goal scorer of this game. And an important goal to Broadview. Gives him that breathing space out to 18 points. We played just nearly 13 minutes in this third quarter.
Yep, well, both teams have kicked one goal and they've missed a couple of chances, which keeps the margin out to 18. It was 17 at the first break, 19 at the main break, and right now 18. So Tea Tree Gully got a buffer, got it out to over 5 goals. Broadview have worked it back, but they can't get it within 11 points is as close as they've got so far. Back in the middle. Broadview trying to get a clearance. Kane Flanagan in there with a hard hit. Olsen got the hand pass away to Asprey, and Tea Tree Gully away with Tape. Eludes his opponent. Hand pass back in looking for Robinson. Had a fumble. Was clean enough to get to Tape. Tape's inboard looking for Asprey. And I'm not quite sure how they've managed that, Nathan. But in a lot of traffic, they've managed to keep possession. They've kicked it inside 50. Here comes West. Grabs it off hands. He snaps truly. 2 and 2 minutes to Tyler West. He goes to 3. Tea Tree Gully go to 9 on the Hans Sportal scoreboard. 9-10-64. It is Broadview 5-10-48. And I reckon that is your Neomorph Mouseguard magic moment so far for the leading Gullies team.
Yeah, Tyler West, his third. Great recovery for a big man. And like a rover, just snapped that around the corner. But as you said earlier there, Cody Tape, left foot kick, slid off the side of the boot, and in between 3 Broadies players, it fell into Asprey's hands. And up forward, Tyler West really stamping his authority on this one. He's got 3 now and 4 goals the margin. So back in the middle now. Flanagan gets the hurry kick forward. You saw him kick that good goal earlier in the quarter. Spencer's there. Handball to Jackson. He's under the pump. Now it comes out to Day. Picked up again by Day. He's wrapped up in a strong tackle though by Verrill. The Broadies again. 4 goals down. They'll need this next goal. About 40 metres out. Penny over the back. Hill's there. What can he do? On the left. Brings it in forward. Can't quite take the mark through the hands there of Sam Rhodes. It was in a real kickable spot. And the ball's now cleared out to Brogdon. So, but he's built the mark, will play on and wrapped up in a tackle. 40 metres out. Dylan Collins, little tap. Picked up by James. Hills there. Tries to shrug one, but gone in the second tackle. He's going to be ping holding the ball, and Gullies are away through Robinson.
So Robinson's kick finds Latham, what I like to call them the T-saucer, and that T-saucer is a long way out of the middle of the centre square, but given the mud, I don't blame them. Olsen, the hand pass. West, who kicked 2 in 2 minutes, is a long way from home. His dainty kick, well, it's inside 50. Broadview have got to work to clear. They'll do that. Although Asprey, quick hand pass. Here come the Gullies again, about 3 inside 50s in the space of 90 seconds. This one's found a target in Noah Hyde, who kicked a goal earlier. His first year with the Gullies, he spent 5 games with the Norwood Reserves and 10 with Waikerie last season. That sounds like a lot of commuting to me. Back with he's with Tea Tree Gully now and looking for his second. To take it back to a 5-goal margin from the edge of 50, he puts it up high. It will land just short. We need some crummers at the front. Gullies have a chance here. Hand pass to West. He's the man you want to give it to because he's great with the strength. He's also pretty great with the snap. He's got 4. The Gullies have hit 10, and the margin is back out to 30 points.
Tyler West, both sides. We saw the right foot snap, now the left foot snap. Very agile for a big man, skillful player. And not only can he take a strong mark, but when the ball goes to ground, he's dangerous also. And that's 3 for him this quarter, 3 in about 5 minutes. So Tyler West on fire.
It was 11 points. Teacher Gully have kicked the last 3 unanswered. In fact, I reckon they probably kicked 6 unanswered after Broadview kicked the first. Then Broadview got a run. Now they've kicked the last 3 as Broadview get the clearance.
Chopped off, though, by Heffernan. His kick goes straight to Broadview. Out wide here. McKinnon Collins with the orange boots. Bumped off there. Gives the ball now. Jackson. Beautiful kick of the football. Stephen Jackson straight through the middle from about 40 metres out. So a goal out of nothing. That's his first. And Broadies desperately needed that one. They get one back. A bit of a shootout the last sort of 5 minutes. And margin back to 24 points. We've played just over 18 minutes in this all-important third quarter.
Well, 4 goals were kicked in the opening quarter. 7 goals were kicked in the second quarter. We've had 5 goals kicked in the first 18 minutes of this one. And most of those 5 have been in about the last 6 minutes or so after a pretty tight opening. We're back in the middle. Gullies with the clearance. Some quick hands from the ruckman. Inside 50. Sets a task, but Broadview are up for it with the mark. Trying to clear the centre square with one kick. Manning, who gave the little bit of the side shove, he picks it up. He's got a runner. This is Jackson who kicked the last goal. His kick inside 50. Well, it'll get to a Broadview player. I guess that's an effective kick. He tries to inboards it to improve the angle. Instead, it ends up with White, who gave it off to Heffernan, who's dead set caught cold by Kane Flanagan. And Callum Flanagan already has a great goal today to open proceedings in the third quarter. Kane does not look confident. He just tried to hand pass it off, but no one was accepting. He's going to go back and now have the shot. You're right behind it. You're filming, Footy Crew. Never in doubt. He's got his first for the day, his second for the season. And just like that, Broadview kicked 2 in a row. We're back to a 3-goal game.
Yeah, just when you think Gully's going to run away with it, Broadies bounce back. So back to 3 goals now. Definitely manageable.
Yeah, and for his efforts, there's Kane. Come to the bench, young man. Tell the coach all about it. Get a spray. What is he getting there?
Not sure. It's that little back spray there on the calves and the hammies.
Is that just to stop him tightening up? So you can't say it's Aerogard or
No.
probably not deodorant.
No, and
not there.
You see him put it on the arm sometimes to shine them up and make them hard to tackle, but not on the legs.
That's the thing I love about calling sport. You always see something that's just a little bit different. Meanwhile, Teacher Gully thought they had a buffer. Almost half of it's gone. Tate picks up Verrill. Too far out to score on the outer side. They're gathering on top of that ute. One of them sitting on top of the roof of the ute, getting a great view of the action. To the top of the square. Ends up with Broadview, but that's a pretty quick tackle on O'Leary. I must find out how old O'Leary is. He looks like he could still play schoolboys. But I know he's been around for a while. So he either started very young or he's just got that
baby face look.
Baby face look that'll cause him issues getting into nightclubs for the next decade.
So Penny gets a tap out. Lathan's there. Over the back to Hyde. He's had a pretty good day. Snaps it on the left boot. They go across the face though. And a clash of a few players there.
Speaking of which, Broadview fans, post-match, don't go back to the club tonight because the seniors have been kicked out by the juniors. It's junior quiz night. So the seniors are having their post-game at sponsors the Windmill Hotel. So check that out. And for the Tea Tree Gully fans, come on down because it's beer pong night. So some big social things happening across both Broadview and Tea Tree Gully on this first day of June. Can you believe we got to June?
Unbelievable. Winter already. Crazy. And I did see the beer pong flyer as I went to the toilets in the club room. So it'll be two different types of environments at two different places.
The junior quiz night,
night and the beer pong night here at Gully's.
You reckon you can't have that as a joint event?
No, certainly not. All right, back to the footy here. Lathan's there. Has he got one high? He's only a small...
He did sort of lead with the head, though.
And he was, yeah. He was trying to look for one, and the umpires...
Archie's Thongs, they'll be going to our best on ground, and Nathan, we're three-quarter time, we'll have to have a bit of a think about that and get some things ready. As we're going to, if you think you're under the pump calling footy with us this afternoon, you wait till after the game.
Yes.
It's your baptism of fire.
So the big tap out wide. O'Leary, talking of him, he's leading for the race. He's going to give a handball out to Ralph. Ralph now inboard. Ends up with Jackson. And Broadies get another one. Would love 3 in a row to get it within 2 straight kicks. Out wide here. The skipper, Ryan's going to go back out to back across the ground to Fergus. Fergus with a dangerous little kick to Ralph. Could be a turnover, but Ralph goes back in. He's wrapped up in a tackle, so a bit messy there.
And a bit lucky, Broadview. They took 2 long switching kicks that put them way back. A turnover. They're able to just hold it up. O'Leary. As they go down at ground level. O'Leary went again. Had some great in and under work that you really don't get to see unless you're very close to it. It sits with James White. We have hit 24 minutes of a very entertaining third quarter where both teams have taken this game by the scruff of the neck. And then let the other team take it by the scruff of the neck. Is it Tea Tree Gully's turn to get another goal? It's with West. He had a brilliant couple of minutes. His kick is partially smothered. Broadview haven't been able to clear it out of here for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Sits with Olsen. Standing start kick. Can't quite find the target. Is a snap around the body. And Gold. I'm thinking... No, it's not Tate because he's got green boots. I'm going to need to see this lad Turner. I reckon it is Hyde. It is Hyde. Certainly single number. And the Dartfish replay will back me up. There he is. Number 8. Round the body. And margin back out to 4 goals with Hyde's second for the day.
Yeah, Tape and Hyde, very similar looking players. Obviously the bright boots, I think, of Tape can sometimes stand him out a bit, but we just saw on the other screen, filming footy screen, that Tyler Martin just copped one there as well. He was struggling a little bit. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But another thing I noticed was Ethan Smith hasn't been out there since the first quarter. So
No.
yeah, so he must be injured. We'll try and find out at 3/4 time what's happened to Ethan Smith. So ball back in the middle there. It's bright sunshine. Beautiful afternoon here at Poiteringa Oval. And Jaden Ryan also getting some treatment, the skipper.
He's getting that magic spray, whatever it is.
Yeah, the spray's out in force there.
I hope they've labelled it so he's not getting spray and wipe or something put on his leg. Or Fabulon or whatever.
So Penny's got it. He gives it to Robinson. Robinson over the back. Lathan. He's been paid the mark.
Yeah.
Wilson
That's a great stretch.
Oh, he's been good on the lead today, Latham. He presents for a little man. And Brody Latham now, he's been a good player today. He's going to line up for his second goal.
So Teacher Gully have won the quarter, 4 goals 2 to 3 goals 3. We've had 7 goals kicked, which ties the second quarter for most goals, and we're at the 26.5-minute mark.
So in comes Latham. Shouldn't miss from here. About 35 out. Yeah, snuck it through. Brody Latham gets his second goal. And Teachery Gully now, they get another one. And they're out. The 4-goal or 5-goal lead?
4.
4-goal lead.
No, hang on.
No, because I think they've...
No, it's 5. You're quite correct.
5-goal lead, because the last goal from Noah Hyde got it to 4. That's another one. So that's 5 goals now. Teachery Gully, 12 goals, 10. 5 straight goals. So 2 late goals here for Teachery Gully. It's going to make it real hard as we approach the 28-minute mark in this third quarter. And you see Ryan still getting a bit of treatment there, the skipper on the sidelines.
Not quite a game-high lead. I think that was 32, but we're not far from it. And at the 27-minute mark, 3/4 time is imminent. There's Tate with the green boots in the Hyde direction. But O'Leary, who's been very, very busy under very difficult circumstances. He kicks across the field of play. Now it comes down towards Mooney on debut. His hand pass put his teammate into a bit of strife. I think that was Jackson Barr. You wouldn't mind it being delivered in another way. No free kick given away, will be a ball up, except for the 3/4 time siren. Lemon time in Adelaide Footy League. A good quarter for Teachery Gully, kicking 5 goals to 3. They have a 30-point margin. The Sportal scoreboard has Teachery Gully 12-10-82. It is Broadview 7-10-52. We'll check that score. Well, if it is different, we'll let you know after the break. Too many goal scorers to tell in 20 seconds. You're with Phil Hurd and Nathan Woods. We'll tell you those goal scorers and much more, including scores around the grounds after the break.
You belong in blue. Apply for a career with South Australia Police.
Welcome back. The three-quarter time huddles here at Pertaringa Oval, Ray White, Tea Tree Gully Oval, with the home time Gullies. Well, they had a busy quarter. They kicked 5 goals, 2 to the left of screen. Broadview kicked 3 goals, 3. What was a 19-point half-time margin is now 5 straight goals. So, Phil Herden with Nathan Woods. I guess, Nathan, look, most obvious question first. We've seen goals come thick and fast, 8 in that quarter. Can Broadview make up? Is there time enough for Broadview to make up the gap?
Well, the trend of the game so far is when Gullies have kicked away by that sort of 5-goal margin, Broadies have hit back. So you'd say the next couple of goals Broadview will kick. But last week, in the last quarter, they faded away badly. So this week, you'd expect them to have a real crack in this last quarter. They'd certainly need the first couple of goals, you'd think. So 5 goals. They've only kicked 7 for the game. You'd think Tea Tree Gully would kick a couple. So you've got to say Broadies would need around 6, 7, 8 goals to win this game. So they'll take some risks, I'm sure. Coach, I think it's Tony Burgess taking the reins today. His son Matt, who is the normal coach. I haven't seen him today, so he must be having the day off. But Tony's there, so he'll be revving the charges up. And you never know, Broadies, they're going to take it on here. They'll be playing on at all costs, you'd say, going down the middle and trying to kick a big bag of goals in this last quarter.
Alrighty, scores around the grounds, and we've seen some lead changes. Port District, that trailed Brighton by 22 points at half-time, now lead by 20 points at three-quarter time. So something happened
around there
in that third quarter. I'll have to check that one again. Prince Alfred, who led by 10 points over Payneham, now lead by 1. Golden Grove, who led by 5, now lead by 9. There's that spray again. We're going to find out by the end of the game. Where's my banjo rider? And Glenunga, who were trailing by 10, now have a 28-point lead. So some of the teams, in particular Port District and Glenunga, that we thought would be favourites are now starting to show that. All of those on the Sportal scoreboard. You too can keep track of all of the Adelaide Footy League games. Just get, in Division 1 in particular, just get the Sportal app. Now, without giving anything away, who are some of your candidates for some of the awards at the moment? Who's in the mix, Nathan?
Yeah, so the magic moment, we saw that great goal from Callum Flanagan in front of us. So Broadies would have to get the chocolates for Callum to get that award. Tyler West is definitely either a magic moment with his great snap around the corner, and he's been close to one of the better players on the ground as well. He's kicked 4 goals. I think Cody Tape, Noah Hyde, Tyler Martin, all been done good work for the Gullies. And Brodie Lathan, even a team man award for Brodie Lathan. He's been important up forward and created a lot of opportunities, led well, marked well for a small fella. And there's some of the others. For Broadview, Cooper O'Leary had a good quarter then. Both Flanagans have had their moments. Kobe Russell's come in and out of it a little bit. Certainly a few more better players on the other team.
We don't have a PA system here at the ground, but we do have the mobile car driving around the car park. I mean, I'm not sure how that person actually can hear anything, because that's absolutely deafening music being driven around the oval. I'm not sure if that's just him having a good time or he's trying to rev up the Gullies. They have a 5-goal lead to take into the final quarter. There's a few people having a party as well, as we are here with Nathan Woods.
Here we go. Jackson, straight out the middle. Can Broadies get a quick one? Oh, great use of the body by Johnny Boris. So
here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny. Johnny Boris.
Been waiting all day for that.
Yeah. The great Jack Nicholson.
That's it. I can never implement.
I get told I look like a young
You
Jack
can't
Nicholson
handle
sometimes.
the truth.
I get told I look like a young Jack Nicholson
do you?
at times.
Okay.
Yes, when I got the hair put back. So great start here for Broadies with the centre clearance. Can Boris finish it off? Right behind him. He certainly can. That's never looked like missing, has it? Straight through the middle. So perfect start for Broadview. That's within 40 seconds. They've got their first. And what a great start for the Tigers.
What a kick. I mean, this is Robin Hood straight. The old, Dennis committee. I mean, he just said, I'm going to kick that right up top of the goal umpire. That goal, those goals could have been 3 metres apart, and he still would have kicked the goal. Brilliant and maybe a spark. You could not have asked for a better start for Broadview. Trailing by 5 goals, now it's 4. Players having to deal, you can see some arms up as the sun starts to set on the broadcast side. And all the clouds that were here have totally disappeared. So we're going to have a shadow and sunshine finish. We're in the middle. Penny a big thump, but only as far as Jackson, who gets it, wheels around, loses his footing, hand passes it to his opponent. It'll be the Gullies that'll go forward. This is Robinson, 20 metres out, courageous mark to Latham. And this could be the quick reply, and I reckon Brody Latham might be in your mix as well for various presentations after. And some games, Nathan, unfortunately, you have a list of about 5, 6, 7 that are deserving of a recognition, but we only got 3 sets of prizes, thanks to our great sponsors. Latham for the quick answer. 20 metres out, straight in front, and he has missed. He got in for 2 or 3 goals. Okay, I should not have typed it in, should I? Let's play havoc with my spreadsheet. He's got 2 goals, 3 on the afternoon.
Yeah, you normally kick that, Lathan. Just missed to the near side here. So Fergus, a let off for Broadview. He's going to go out wide. Trying to use the body was Flanagan. That was Kane. And bright sunshine on the other side. We've got a bit of reflection from the signs over there as well.
Yeah.
And just someone a bit slow to get to their feet. It's number 23.
Adrian Friday.
Adrian Friday, yes, correct. He's hobbling a bit there, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Run it off. He looks like he's in the 20k walk.
The way he's moving, I think if he disqualified though, it's a bit of a dodgy action.
One of those red paddle pop signs.
So here we go. Fergus shrugs through one. Gives it to Jackson. Oh, Jackson ends up with it. Sorry, Jackson now. Boris, can he take another grab? Goes to Anyang though. Crumbing it well was Rhodes. He snaps though and doesn't get much purchase on that. Boris leads in the chase, but that's going to be last touch. And as Friday's struggling, he's going to limp off the ground. So he's going to need some medical attention. Maybe some spray that might get him back on the park.
some Broadview special. Okay, here comes Tea Tree Gully. They've got a chance here with some space. Opens up for Asprey. Umpires behind the players found something. It's for a throw. And it's going to be Broadview ball. Looking for the quick turnaround with Mackenzie. Has Ryan as an option. Goes a little bit more inboard to Jackson. Jackson the kick around the body. Again, top of the square. Out the back. Boris is lurking. Has he kicked a goal? No. They all claimed it.
Did they think it had gone over the top for a goal? Maybe no one touched it or something.
Yeah. Anyway, behind it is. We're in the world of useful behinds. What was 25 points is now 24. Tea Tree Gully will just want to keep the buffer. Looking at quarter by quarter stats, mentioned that Tea Tree Gully were good starters. They're not too bad in the final quarter. I'll give them 4 wins, 2 losses and a tie. Last week the problem was they trailed Brighton by 1 point at 3/4 time and they drew the final quarter with the Bombers.
So Fergus gets the ball in the middle. It's a 1-2 and then a little handball out. Under pressure here though. They've coughed it up. So Spencer's just going to hoist it long but it doesn't go very far. It just goes high. Using the body there was Tape. Out to O'Leary, he's wrapped up in a strong tackle from Olsen. And O'Leary just grimacing a spray a bit of cramp in the calf. The spray hasn't done the job on O'Leary.
It must be some sort of an anti-cramp spray, you would think.
They're not rubbing it into it or something. I don't know.
Is it the replacement of the old rubbing the liniment into the calves back and forth?
So McKinnon Collins now. To Boris, he can't take the mark. Little soccer off the ground was clever to Robinson. He handballs inboard, traffic for White, but he gets it on the boot. That'll bring rain. 4-on-1 back here. McKinnon Collins out to Day. Day now to McKenzie. Over top to O'Leary. Chisels are low, but he's kicked it straight down the throat of Verrill.
Looking for Boris, but Verrill was there to ease his way in from the side to intercept. One thing that Teacher Gully would be happy about, the two main goal scorers for Broadview, Boris with 15, Russell with 13 coming into today, only have 1 goal each. So they've certainly shut down the main forward targets. Meanwhile, your Latham's got 2, your West has got 4, Martin's got 1. So your top 3 goal scorers have kicked 7 for the Gullies today.
Yeah, good spotting there, Phil. Certainly the case that they've done a good job in defence today, have the Tea Tree Gully side. So it's going to be a free kick pulled out here to Elix Day. 4 straight goals the margin. Can Broadies get the next one? Put a little bit of pressure on Tea Tree Gully. So White's going to lead in the race out in the wing. The outer side. Chips it there, but puts it on the head of Noah Hyde. And
that's a great mark.
Yeah.
Hamish Ralph. I was about to say, Hamish Ralph looked like he had that, and he did. That's why.
Yeah, he was a bit of a height advantage there over Hyde. So Hamish Ralph, outer side, nudged out of it was Manning. He's going to get a free kick.
There's Jackson.
Jackson
trying to get back on if he can. Broadview going forward. Okay, they've got to grab, and is that the play for the 25? That won't be given. I think that's pretty sure that's Boris. It's there too far out to score into the scoreboard pocket. Spots up a big marking target in Jack Fergus, who's been moved up forward. So that's an interesting move to try and get a target up forward for Broadview.
Saw it last week as well against St. Peter's. Fergus from defence. Had a lot of touches early from the kick-ins. And now move forward to try and kick a couple of goals.
A low kick. Didn't have the distance. Fight for it. It's going to spill towards the boundary line. They're staying in for the moment, and it is Tea Tree Gully who'll pick it up. A lot of players been to that outer side today. Not sure if that's a win thing or a preference thing. But it sits with Broadview. Through some hands. Getting quite hard to see the Broadview numbers now, I can tell you. Jackson, though, looking for O'Leary. He's taken the mark, deemed to be 15 at the top of the 50-metre arc. He draws the man on the mark. Hand passes to Jackson. Jackson unloads with a long kick for goal! Jackson with his first for the day. No, second. Broadview needed that to stay in touch.
So we have a look at the Dartfish replay here. And Jackson, as he so often does, just sneaks around the back, and they love to get the ball in his hands because he's a beautiful long left foot kick. Same with Fergus as well. They love to get him involved. So Fergus and Jackson, 2 of their good field kickers, and that was a beautiful kick by Jackson. So Broadie's pressing again. As we said, the way this game's gone, ebbed and flowed, it would be Broadview that would kick the first couple and get back within a few, and that's exactly what they've done. So margin back to 3 goals, 10 minutes into this last quarter.
Well, Tea Tree Gully have not scored a goal, just the one behind in this final quarter. Broadview have kicked the first 2. Problem is they need to kick 5 more goals than their opponents to have a chance. They're inside 50. Boris is playing a bit of a target. Hand pass on to Fergus. He's kicked his goal. All of a sudden, Broadview have kicked 2 in the space of 40 seconds. The margin is back. I just got to keep looking at the scoreboard to check this. The margin is back to 12. Here come the Tigers.
Well, I'm going to start looking at Broadview's for Magic Moments Best Team Man just in case, because it's...
We're now in the 2 list zone where you need to have something... Oh, here we go. We found the spray. Show us the label. What's on the label? Okay.
Well, it's just in application. Oh, no, they've hidden it.
Okay, so...
Magic spray.
Magic spray. Anyone... Water? What's the spray?
So here come the Tigers. Ball back in the middle. Hill working hard.
Full credit to James, our mobile cameraman. Now James, investigative reporter, spilling the juice on our magic spray. Fantastic.
So Olsen now. Can Gullies get one back? Because it's been all Broadview. They're showing some real ticker here after last week's last quarter fade out. Ball in the middle. Manning just overran it. He's been good, Manning. Ball goes forward, and Latham again on the lead. Couldn't quite take the mark. Days there, but Latham, good recovery. Out to Robinson. Robinson, can he get one back here? It looks pretty good. Is it going to sneak in? The umpire? Oh, he's
missed.
He's missed the ump. You never quite know what's going on.
You never know with that one, do you?
Yeah, he's a bit...
You're looking at the players' reaction more than the goal umpires. So this is where Broadview have got to a few times. That 11, 12, 13-point margin, then Tea Tree Gully have steadied and scored. So Broadview have got close once again. Time at the moment is not an issue. It's only 12 minutes gone of this final quarter. We've had the 3 goals kicked, all to the black and gold. It is the Tigers with it. Manning trying to win a one-on-one battle. He just keeps fighting and wins the football. If it sits, Leary's in open space. It does. His hand pass to Anyang is blocked. Now Olsen comes in. He loses the ball. Not sure what disposal that was. And it's going to be a ball up, and things are getting tense. The crowd is getting into it, and I can't believe there's a car leaving.
Unbelievable. So here go Broadies. O'Leary did very well that last period of play. Unlucky not to get the free kick. But Broadies have a real sniff here. Anyang and Penny go at it. Logan McKinnon's there. Olsen looking for a free. Verrill gets a quick handball out. Robinson's wrapped up in a tackle. So Broadview hunting here. Just outside their 50. Can they get within a goal or just over a goal? Something they've struggled to do today. So Flanagan puts his player under the pump, goes back and has a little tap though. Handball goes back, retreats, good smother. Ball's back in the hands there. I think it was Rhodes maybe out wide to Boris, or is it Russell? Might be Russell. Yes, Kobe Russell. So pretty similar looking to Boris with the long sleeves.
They've got the long sleeves.
They've both got a bit of a mullet as well. So Kobe Russell.
And 7 and 1 on the back of those jumpers.
Yes,
Good luck telling the difference.
And 100 metres away as well. So Kobe Russell, can they get it under double figures here? In he comes. Umpire has not moved. Broadview have got 4 in a row. 2 to Kobe Russell. Broadview get their 11th. They're within 7 points. Can you believe it? We've only just over halfway probably through this quarter, and Broadies are coming hard.
Better make that second list. We're down to single figures. 7 points the margin. Anyone's game right now. And Tea Tree Gully fans are saying, oh no, not again, not another close result. The problem for Tea Tree Gully, they haven't played decent footy this year. It's that the 2 close games they've had, Port District, they lost by 6 points with a kick pretty much on after the siren, and Brighton last week by 1 point, where scores barely changed in the last 20 minutes of the game. But this time they have the front running. They have a buffer. Broadview have to score twice, one of those a goal, to take the lead. But Nathan, at this point, you're looking at the clock, 15 minutes. We're a long way from the end. Maybe you try and use up seconds where you can, but you really can't go too defensive just yet.
Yeah, no doubt. I think Gullies have been a little bit like that in this last quarter. They had that 5-goal lead, and early in the quarter, they just sort of had some numbers back behind the ball, I thought, because every time they came out of defence.
With 5 goals, you can, to a point.
True, yeah, you can sort of wax a bit of time off the clock, but now they need a score again, so it's in the hands of Cody Tape, so it'll take a good effort. About 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle, so a desperately needed goal here just to give them back some bit of breathing space. Not going to make the distance. over the back there. I think it's McKenzie. He fumbles it through for a minor score. So margin to 8 points. And now the captain, who's back on the ground after a bit of treatment in the third quarter, Jaden Ryan. Can he get some movement out of defence here for the Tigers?
No, he'll load up. He'll head for that outer side. But we'll pick it up. Olsen, the high kick in return. It's about 20 metres out, and West has clunked it. I'm not sure if that was more good luck, good fortune, or good management. We'll have a look. The Dartfish replay will tell us all. I just stuck the arm out and it sunk. So, yeah, a goal here. Well, doesn't end the game, but will give Teacher Gully a bit more of a buffer. It's 8 points right now.
Between three players there, stuck the right mid out.
This could be a big one for the result and a big one for the prizes. Looking for a handful. Comes in deliberately and slots it. Tyler West has 5. The horns are honking around the Ray White Tea Tree Gully Oval as Tea Tree Gully kick their 13th. 13-13-91. Broadview 11-11-77.
Yeah, good hands to have it in. Tyler West, 5 goals. Been a very good player all day. Marked well. Kicks left foot, right foot snaps. He's done it all today, Tyler West.
Yeah. You would think that we're not sure what award he's going to get, but you can pretty sure you're going to have to grab him at the end of the game. He's got to win something for that effort.
No doubt
and some
about
of the
that.
highlights he's provided today.
So ball goes forward again to our man West, but can't get it. Oh, great chase down and tackle. Picked up by James. He's going to kick, nice little kick out in front to Latham. And he's been another good player for Tea Tree Gully today. Him and West have been 2 focal points. Not sure where he's going there.
If he needs a drink, he's all set.
Yeah. They're waiting there, the trainers. Got drinks either side of him. So this would take a good effort, Lathan. He's missed a couple of easier ones, so can he get the difficult one? No, just to the near side. Never really looked like it and failed to score at all. So out of bounds on the full.
If nothing, he chewed up a little bit of clock. Now with Broadview having to score 3 times to win, time on a minute away, you can probably start to waste some time where the easy opportunity allows for it. But it's with Kobe Russell. Let's see where the urgency is. Not a lot here at the moment. Plenty of players running for him downfield. One of those is Jackson Barr, who brought down by Verrill. Barr from the North Adelaide Roosters last year. There was a Broadview junior all the way from under 8s. His kick, what a flying grab taken by Russell. He bounces up very quickly, kicks towards the pocket. This has made a bit of a difference to Broadview, having Fergus up there to aim at. Again, if I was Broadview, I'd show a tiny bit more urgency right now. If you were coaching this, Nathan, you'd be, yeah.
Move it on, guys. Come on.
Crack on.
3 goals. Only about 7 or 8 minutes to go.
That's it.
Let's just throw everything at it here. And
he has 1. 3 for the season. And that's a lot of time taken to pass. There's a grab. Oh my goodness, what a clunk that is. If Broadview get up, that could be a highlight.
Flanagan.
So we have a quick look at the highlight before Flanagan, who already has 1 nomination for the Neomorph Mouthguards Magic Moment. Check this out for a mark in traffic. Got upended for his troubles. Kane Flanagan straight in front. Has missed. And a 14-point margin becomes 13.
Yeah, bad miss there for Flanagan. Broadies really needed that one to go through. And it wasn't a hard shot, but just missed to, just hooked it a fraction. And that margin, as you said, still 13 points. So Spencer's going to bring it out.
21-minute mark.
Good mark taken there by Jackson Wilson. Straight in towards Broady play. Couldn't take the mark. I think it was Barr. Out wide now. Picking the ball up was Manning. He has a snap at goal. Broadies aren't done yet. So Ben Manning, he's been a good player today for Broadies. And they missed that shot a few moments ago. Thought it could be costly, but they've got that straight away. So 7 points the margin. Approaching 22 minutes. The last quarter went for about 28-29. There's been about 6-7 goals scored this quarter.
Let me have a quick look. There was 19 goals scored. We've had 25. That makes 6.
So there'll be a bit of time still.
You can see there the Hans Portal scoreboard. 1 goal, 1 behind in it at the moment.
Great game of footy here early on. Looked like there could be a bit of a blowout, but Broadies have come back hard here and they've given themselves a hope.
Yeah, they've been tenacious, the Tigers. They've had moments of really great play. Then Teacher Gully have put the buffer back, but Tigers just keep on coming. 7 points is as close as it's been since the early days of the first quarter. And they've got a mark. They've got a mark in defence. It's a long way to come from here. Jaden Ryan with the captain with the long kick down the outer side. Ends up with James White. He puts it high. Ain't no rain to be found there today. Is that Latham who's taken the mark? It is. Too far out to score. Now he's showing urgency. I'm not... Okay. He's going with a long kick. And is there something off the ball? It's a scrag. Don't tell me it's a 25 metre. It is. Oh, and what was too far out to score is now maybe the chance at the sealer. Brady Latham has had one shot. Well, he's had a couple. One out on the full, one a behind. Where's he from? About 30 metres out straight in front.
Yeah, backing him in from here, Latham.
Yeah. This
could be the game as well.
Red and black blood. Never played for anyone except Tea Tree Gully. A chance to seal a win for his beloved Wolves. From 30 out, in front. The picture tells the story. Latham kicks his third. And I think that's enough. I think that's enough.
Yep. Going to have to score 3 goals now. You'd say there'd only be 3, 4, 5 minutes left. So Hamish Ralph comes off limping a bit. And that should be enough, you would think.
So Nathan, for yourself, time to put your winners down. At the 25-minute mark, head out with James for the presentations. So stick around for that. We'll also give you the final scores from what appears to be an absolute crazy round 8 in the Adelaide Footy League. Don't forget, no footy next week. Enjoy your King's birthday long weekend. We'll be back in a fortnight's time. Every game streamed through Filming Footy. As now the tempers are starting to fray. It's been an occasionally spirited game, which settled down a bit as the match tightened up. And right now there'd be a degree of an interesting combination of fatigue and frustration. Penny, I love that. He's tapped it. So maybe the magic moment, maybe the sealer. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've given him another award, though. We can't give him 2, can we?
No, we can't.
Yeah, so the sealer as in if there's another one. The spray's
out
again.
I think the spray's been...
the spray's been retired for the day.
Been retired. Or maybe the words got out. Hide the spray before water turn up. And I'm only joking about that, folks. I'm not saying anything is at play there. I'm just making a joke of it. Please don't take it seriously, because I'm certainly not. Okay, Tea Tree Gully going forward in the Latham direction. What award will he get? Tyler West, what award will he get? Will there be someone else? It's all to be decided. I think this game is pretty much done. 25 and a half minutes gone. A 13-point lead to the Gullies. This win will take them back to 4-4. Broadview will drop to 3-5, and we'll see who of Brighton, Golden Grove and St. Peter's got up today. I think one of them's probably going to lose, so they won't certainly be tied for bottom. One team we will have 2 and 6, if not a couple. Teachry Gully, but all of that we will tell you before we're off air. Teachry Gully go forward. Day tackled. Has to come back 1-2. Great interference work. What this is doing is it may not be adding to the score, but it's keeping the ball down the wrong end of the ground. As the final seconds tick away. I want to thank all our sponsors, Archie's Footwear, Belgravia Apparel, New Balance, and for their, and also Dartfish with the iconic beanie there for the best team player, Moseley Bone Kitchen, the $100 best team man voucher. And that will go to Teachry Gully because they are the winners of what turned out to be a very entertaining game of Australian rules football. 17 points at the first break, 19 at the main break, 30-point margin at the last break. Broadview got within 7 points, but Teachry Gully steadied enough to win by 13 points. Your final score there, Teachry Gully's in the A's, winning 14-13-97. We're just waiting on goal umpires to confirm the scores correct. It certainly won't determine the difference in the game. Broadview 12-12-84. For those interested earlier today in the C's, it's been 3 pretty close contests here at Pertaringa on the main oval. There's been 2 others downstairs. But in the C's, Teachry Gully 7 goals, 850 beat Broadview 6-10-46. 7 goals, 850, to 46, a 4-point margin, and scores are correct. In the B's, it was Broadview by 11 points. The Tigers 11-11-77. Broadview 9-9, Teachry Gully 9-9-63. Some final scores are filtering in, and there are some surprises. Surprise number 1, we have a draw at Largs Reserve. Port District 13-13-91. Brighton 13-13-91. Yes, a draw at Largs Reserve. We have a game decided by less than a goal at Harpers Field, and it was Sacred Heart who emerged victorious. Sacred Heart 10-12-72, defeating Golden Grove 10-7-67. So a little bit of heartache there for Golden Grove, who did have early running in that contest. They dropped to 2-6. Moving to Park 9, that's still going, so that is finished, and Prince Alfred have emerged victorious by 28 points. The Redmen 13-15-93, a surprise win you might say against Payneham Norwood Union 10-5-65, a result that puts Payneham Norwood Union and Prince Alfred both at 4-4. And the final other result, Spock very good early, but Glenunga very good late. It was the Rams in the end by 33 points. Looks like we are just about ready to go in 1 minute, and let's go down to Nathan Woods with our award winners.
I'm down here on the ground at Pertaringa here. Teachry Gully running out winners by the final margin of 13 points. So great game of footy. Our 3 award winners today. Best on ground, Tyler West, great game up forward, 5 goals. Our award for the goal of for the magic moment was Chris Olsen, who kicked a great snap goal early in the game, and Brodie Latham, best team man, did well all day, kicked 3 goals and was a great target up forward. So first of all, Tyler, great game, mate. They kept coming at you, but yeah, just did enough in the end to get the job, and up forward, mate, 5 goals, well done.
Thanks, mate. Just happy to convert some of my teammates' hard work up the ground. So good team win, good to bounce back from last week and get back on the right track.
Yeah, definitely, well done. And Brodie, we heard your whole career at Teachry Gully, mate. So how many years now you've been here? And yeah, it's great to have a win today.
Yeah, well, been here about
18 years, so I've done my juniors here. So, and it's good to get the win, especially after Broadview fought back at the end there. So, good win. We'll celebrate it tonight.
Yeah, excellent. Well done. Yeah, beer pong night tonight. So I'm sure it's going to be a big rowdy night. So, and Chris, you've been good all year, mate. Enjoying your time here at Broadview at Tea Tree Gully, and good win today.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely loving my time here. It's been really good, and to come back to the local club with heaps of best mates, it's really good. And yeah, obviously to get the win today, it's really good. We've just got to keep fighting and go from there, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, very even comp today. Both sides coming off losses last week. So Gully's back in the winner's circle and probably in the 5 after tonight. So well done.
Congratulations to our award winners, and Nathan just breathing a big sigh of relief, as has probably been giving him nerves all day. So, as Nathan says some words, he'll come and join us to wrap this up. Let me wrap up for you round 8 in another amazing day in the Adelaide Footy League. Let's start at the top. Glenunga challenged early by St Peter's Old Collegians, as you see the highlights, and there's plenty of those today. Glenunga winning by 33 points. The Rams are 8-0. They've got a 2-game gap on Sacred Heart, who also were challenged, emerged victorious at Harpers Field by 5 points, 10-12 to 10 goals 7. In third spot, I've got Port District at 4 wins, 3 losses and a draw after they drew with Brighton. A premiership point that takes Brighton out of the relegation zone. More about that in a second. We've got 3 teams at 4 and 4. So 2 of these will be in the 5, 1 will be out. Check the Adelaide Footy page to work it out. But Payneham Norwood Union with their loss to Prince Alfred. Prince Alfred with their win over Payneham Norwood Union. They're both 4 and 4, and Tea Tree Gully's win today. One of those teams is out of the 5, along with Broadview, who sit solo at 3 and 5, and that is in 7th spot. In 8th spot, courtesy of the draw against Port District, are the Brighton Bombers at 2, 5 and 1. And sitting at 2 and 6, Golden Grove, losing by 5 points to Sacred Heart, and Spock, whose 2-game winning streak has come to an end, gave Glenunga a run, but the Rams just too good. That's a pretty hectic weekend. Nathan, welcome back. Well done.
Thanks. Yeah, no, it's a bit cold out there, but grabbed the 3 boys. So obviously Tyler with his 5 goals. He could have got a couple of awards. He kicked some great goals, but I thought I'd give Chris Olsen for his right foot snap early in the game the magic moment. And Brody Lathan, 18 years he said he's been at the club for, so that's a great team, man. Kicked 3 goals and was
The
really
sealer.
important. The sealer.
And should have had another one, except the ball spun back, we saw just in the highlights a moment ago. Broadview, look, they were outplayed early. They were really outplayed in the first quarter in terms of disposal, possession and position. We're lucky, to be honest, to only be the 17 points down, but there's a tenacious character about the Broadview side that maybe they didn't show last week. They certainly displayed this afternoon.
Yeah, no doubt. Last week, their last quarter was disappointing, and today, away from home, 5 goals. The margin was at 3/4 time. You just didn't know what Broadview to expect in that last quarter, but all day they just seemed to come back, and you thought that Gullies were just going to get on top and run away with it. They got to a 5-6 goal margin a few times, but Broadies kept coming and coming all day, and to their credit, they gave themselves a chance of winning the game late in the game. So they just couldn't quite get there, and Tea Tree Gully just did enough to hang on, and they'll be celebrating tonight, beer pong night, back in the 5, so it's going to be all pumping at Pertaringa tonight.
Yep, although we'll Payneham Norwood Union, Tea Tree Gully and Prince Alfred. Although Prince Alfred, they won by 28. We'll wait and see who 2 of them are in, 1 of them are out, and I don't quite have the ability to do the percentages whilst live on air this afternoon. You're seeing some of the final quarter highlights now. Boris, who got a yellow card, came in, took a goal. I mean, if we had a kick of the game, how can you go past that in terms of straight as? And that was what opened what was a very entertaining final quarter. for us and hopefully you, the viewers at home, to enjoy.
Yeah, no doubt. It's match of the round. It's certainly delivered today, and Broadie's got that first goal within 40 seconds. Jackson, beautiful kick to Boris. He got them back in it. That was the goal from Jackson. When he kicked it, he would probably have won the magic moment with that goal. With Flanagan, they were two really good goals for Broad East, but unfortunately they didn't win that. Fergus up forward late in the game as well. He provided a target, kicked a goal and had another shot, and Russell, as we see here as well, having a shot. He kicked a good goal, and he was quite good today. Kobe Russell worked up the ground a bit, took some good marks, but yeah, just not quite enough today for Broadview to get the chockies.
Alrighty, so next week's games, there are no games. Happy birthday, King Charles. We'll take a public holiday, enjoy a long weekend. We'll be back in a fortnight. Here's some of the games. Tea Tree Gully, Golden Grove. Forget the ladder, just those two clubs playing their first Division 1 game here is going to be massive. We had a good crowd today. Wait for that in 2 weeks. And Golden Grove, super desperate, competitive, but just falling short in recent times. Then we've got two colleges going at it, Sacred Heart and Prince Alfred. And Prince Alfred are showing they're in the mix. Sacred Heart in second spot. Just for those who want to go, that's at the middle school. St. Peter's, Port District. Port District would be disappointed. Last 2 weeks, a loss and a draw. St. Peter's, 2 wins and a loss to the league leaders. Might be more even than the ladder indicates. Payneham Norwood Union and Glenunga. Pretty good game, I think, Payneham Norwood Union. Although beaten today, it's almost a case of, is anyone going to stop Glenunga this year? Sacred Heart may be on a neutral ground, maybe. And our stream team game will be a beauty. Black and gold everywhere. Brighton Bombers coming off a draw at Largs, playing Broadview. The loser of that really finds themselves stuck in relegation territory with Spock and Golden Grove. The winner gives themselves a bit of a buffer. That's in a fortnight. So, Nathan, any final words from you? Welcome to the stream team, by the way. You did a fantastic job. You're always welcome back, especially with the post-game interviews. That was magnificent. But any final thoughts on what you've seen here this afternoon?
Yeah, well, it was a great game in the end. We knew, two clubs, great history, both back playing Div 1 footy, and yeah, it's Broadies. They kicked the first goal of the game, but it was all Tea Tree Gully after that. And then to their credit, though, Broadview just kept coming, and yeah, they'll go away today, knowing they gave a good account of themselves, and there's definitely something to like about it. Their coach wasn't here today. I just found out that I'm not sure if it was illness or some personal reasons, but the boys, he'd certainly be proud of their effort today, and they're still going to be around that mid-table mark, and yeah, same with Gullies. They're an important win for them today, but. No, it's been great I've loved my time here on the stream team. So I think I'm doing Glenunga and Payneham next week in a fortnight's time at this stage. So that, I'm looking forward to that.
Up on the balcony.
Yeah.
Great spot to watch footy.
Yeah, I know a few of the Payneham crew as well. I have a few beers at the Kenzie Hotel, and a lot of them hang out there. So I know a fair few of the old Payneham supporters, and yeah, I've seen a fair bit of Glenunga as well. My nephew's out there playing, so yeah, that should be a good game. Payneham at home, you never quite know.
And when those games are done, we're at the halfway point of the season.
Crazy.
Amazing. Yeah. Alrighty, let's wrap this one up. Don't forget, weekend wrap tomorrow, between the posts early in the week as well. Tommy Javor, a great Div 1 wrap with plenty of others. Thanks to you, Nathan. Thanks to our producer, Hugo. Thanks to our camera crew, Elias and James, especially James, investigative reporter extraordinaire, finding out all about that spray. And of course, led by our boss, John Douglas, and all the Filming Footy family. Phil Hurton saying thanks for joining us here. We're in the C's, Tea Tree Gully by 4, in the B's, Broadview by 11, and Tea Tree Gully by 13. We'll be back in a fortnight from Brighton Road, but we leave you with the victorious Tea Tree Gully song. Good night.